for the warm welcome and the inaugural address. To foster a sense of community, we have arranged an ice-breaking and interactive session facilitated by our dedicated IEEE Region 10 PSSCC volunteers, Navaneet, Bindu, and Rishi. So make this a safe space where your perspectives matter, your voice is valued, and your contributions will shape the path ahead. So let us dive in with enthusiasm, ready to learn, connect, and make some lasting memories. Without further ado, let's get started. Over to you, Navaneet, Bindu, and Rishi.
Yeah, guys, welcome back. There is one good session for you all. Like we are going for virtual fair. That's a platform for you guys, and for that we appreciate if you guys are on your desktop. You can join in through your phone as well, but this platform is a little bit more comfortable with the desktop only. So we request you all to be stay logging through your phone as well, but try to log in parallelly with desktop as well. So meanwhile, I'm just giving you brief about it, and you will try to log in through desktop as well, and we'll then start this hands-on. This is just a small hands-on about the virtual fair platform that is going to be used for companies as well as the job seekers to take the jobs and to run the interview sessions in a virtual mode, and it's completely the realist, just replica of the real thing that's usually happens in actual interview sessions. So I'm just sharing my screen again. Meanwhile, I request you all to please please try to get it, your desktop is ready for the hands-on session for virtual fair platform. I have with me I have with me Navneet and Bindu. Those both are from PES Student Chapter Committee team from Region 10 itself. Okay, so like as I asked for you from you guys, are you aware about virtual job fairs? I know like you are not aware about this because this is just a recent blunt of PES, like the recent initiatives that started. The dates are very close. That's not for Region 10. That's for Region 8 actually. The initiation is done from Region 1 to 7. Now it's going for Region 8, and then it will come for Region 10 hopefully in December. So for this, we will give you a little bit brief about what actually this virtual job fairs in my next session about overview of PACC and upcoming events. But for now, I'm just going you guys to give more exposure about the BeFair platform. So like BeFair platform, like it's a like I'm going to I request from my team to please share this link in the group. Sorry, in the Apex meeting. Yeah, Bindu had shared you guys the link. So I hope your desktop is ready for doing this. So I request you all to please open this link through your this desktop only. So are you all guys managed for the desktop? Please reply Y and N. Are you ready for the hands-on or you need time? Please reply Y and N. Okay, Y. That's really great. Okay. So I'll take feedback through chat only, right? Okay. If you guys stuck up from somewhere, okay, then please let us know. So this is just the platform. This is virtual fair networking and engagement features. Uh, yeah. So we are actually getting the request from all the PS members, like, okay, if you guys are also more aware about like having a lot of queries, okay, what is the advantage of taking PS membership? And always we'll say, okay, we have a lot of initiatives and things. Then in between we are getting good feedback. See, that's the beauty of the feedback. People are there who replied us, okay, and give it the feedback. Okay, sir, is there any possibility of getting jobs through PS? So like is there any possibility to join Yeah, Rakshit, your friend can join through the link. So, yeah. So the question was like, is there any possibility to get the job from PS? So that's something the feedback which is considered and going on in the minds of all the PS leaders. Then they done a meeting and then they propose some initiative. Okay, we will try to connect the companies to the to our PES student members and young professionals where the job seekers as well as the job providers, they will connect through a platform and they will then run these interview sessions for the jobs. And then both the requirements, like from the job, from the seeker side as well as from the recruiter side, that should be fulfilled. So that platform is actually called as virtual flare platform. And like this provide actually realism of the actual scenario of the actual the actual interview session. So I hope everybody is here on this page. So we are going a little bit ahead. So you guys have to click on the registration now, and then you have to put it down all the basic requirement. I am just also adding these things. Company name, you can include your IEEE, PES, SBC, or anything that is more that is representing you. But for now, it's just for the demonstration. And only one thing is that here email, you have to add this as the extension rather than Gmail, Yahoo, or anything. You have to add. I'm just zooming in whether it's possible. Yeah. So here, so this extension you have to add at the end, and in the first, this can be anything that is more comfortable for you. Keep it to be small so that you can easily join in. I can adding just my surname Thakur. You can also keep it simple, and password you can keep as simple as possible. Okay. I hope all are here. Can you just type by if possible? Okay. So to others, I just want to say is like there is only one thing you have to take care is the extension. The extension should be at the rate vfears.com. Okay. And keep all the things to be simple, email as well as password, and save this one. Okay. I request everybody should join, because after it you will really get a good like it's really going to be interesting for you guys. And then log in.
Hello.
Yeah.
Rishi, I'm Navneet. There is one response from Amanda that she is not able to join.
Okay. So okay, you can share them the meeting link that I have shared with you. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise they have to check at their own and they should join through Webex desktop or somewhere else. For that there is no need of any kind of password. Okay. So for okay, now you just add your email ID. Yeah, Bindu had circulated one, your just a format of the email ID that you can use in. Hmm. I think it's still loading actually. There is some, internet issue because I am joined through phone. I'm joined through my laptop already. A lot of things are going on. I will try again, like after it also. You guys, the interface of you is a little bit maybe different. I hope so. Are you guys? Yeah, yeah. I am on this page. Your interface is similar to what I have right now. Can you please type Y or N, or it's something different? Y if the interface is same, and N if the interface is different. And Y, okay. So that may happen because we all are joined through Meet as well as this. So this is little bit because of internet issues, but I think it will not create any issue. Let's go ahead. So from all these options, you have to click on this Be Fair Connect. Okay. I hope so it will work. I think because there are a lot of attendees for this session, it is getting, yeah. So I am already here. See, I am already here. And what about you guys? Are you able to join in by your end? Yeah, I have seen many people now. See, Navneet is already there. Hamza is already there. Then, I, sorry. Okay. I request you all to mute yourself from the bottom because it will create a echo otherwise. Mute yourself, please. You just have to go from this sidebars and scroll down and mute yourself from here. Okay. So, so see, there are, if you are able to see my screen as well, and you are there only, so you will find like I have two circle right now, Navneet as well as Hamza, and now Kathir as well. So they are of green color, and other are only with white color. So it means the green color people are those who are able to able to get my audio through this platform, but I'm not going to unmute myself because it will create echo otherwise. Okay, so but green means they are able to even listen to me through this platform only. Right now you are getting my audio through Google Meet, but when actually this platform you are going to use without Google Meet at the back end, can unmute, you will unmute definitely, but the people who are in your vicinity and having green on their circle, they are only able to listen to you. So why this feature is provided? Because if you are able to see, like, okay, see, there are a lot of rooms. We have product design room, we have cafeteria, then we have there are a lot of rooms, right? HR room and all. So we want that if somebody is there and actually taking HR session, or let's say if somebody is in technical session, so the technical session person is not able to listen the audio of HR session room, and that's why this feature is provided. So for example, right now it's the basic platform is the basic platform is provided like it's something like as a building, as something of building of an industry or something like that. But and it can be changeable. For example, in future when it is really going for use for for actual job work, then its platform can be changed. And if it is used for our any BTP, let's say for tomorrow's session with the leaders, then we will provide separate room. Please, then we will provide separate rooms for all the leaders, and they will take the sessions parallelly, and even the voice is not going to be interfere with anybody else. And later on, this is just we are demonstrating you guys a basic hands-on with this platform. Why this is required, because later on you guys are going to use and going through to use this platform, and for your virtual fair programs, when really when you are actually doing going through the interview process with your with the industry people who are also here only, and you are there only, and this platform will provide the realism of actual scenario of the interview, and it will resolve the things, like you do not have to go to the actual industry place or where the interview session is going on and spend a lot of money and something like that, and you can take part in a lot of companies parallelly through this platform. So that's the thing. So I hope, like, those who are saying what are the PS benefits, this is one of the answers for them. I think this is the most blunt one. No other societies are providing such kind of things for our SPC members, especially. So this is open for student, grad student member as well as by peers. And we are going to explain more this, in our upcoming sessions, in my session only. But for now, we are only covering the platform for this. So I'm just switching back. You guys can stay here. I have to cover other things as well. Okay. I'm just switching back to my team and this session. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this session, and you like Irene, over to you.
Thanks again, Rishi. Now, again, Rishikant Thakur will now provide an overview of the activities and upcoming events planned by the IEEE Region 10 PS Student Chapters Committee. Over to you, Rishi.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm just going through the chat box, like what are the feedbacks from you. So it's fine. Like you guys are struggling with this platform when this is demonstrated to us as well. This is a really for us also during registration this created some issue, but that's fine. Before you guys will really gone through the virtual fairs programs, we will give you one more hands-on with this program with this platform, and you can even try this at your home after this session, because we are not giving, you can still log in and you can check all the facilities available on it. Thank you so much. And we will take some queries also if there is any. I hope so. Like for now it's fine, we will move ahead for the next session. So for now, for the next session, thank you so much, Aryan. I'm just going to quickly cover all the things about the overview of IEEE Student Chapter Committee and upcoming events and initiatives. I hope my slides are visible. Okay. So like I told you guys, we have questioned you a lot of things about various initiatives of PES. Just recently, I have discussed you about virtual fairs, and the answers you can scroll down through your chat box. Many people are not aware about these things. So if you guys want to stay updated about such kind of programs like HPS, PCP, annual funding, MDI, then we have various in-person training, virtual fairs, virtual trainings, town halls, and lot of initiative including Spark, and we have now going for one workshop for MATLAB as well, and a lot of things for PSSVC. And still this is the only committee responsible for your activeness. You guys can connect with us through our LinkedIn website Insta page. We are consistently uploading our post about our upcoming initiatives over the LinkedIn, and you can get latest update about all the PS opportunities we have. I request my team to please paste all these links in chat box so that these guys can connect with us. And I'm just going through quickly through our website, that is Student Chapter Committee. When I was not to the part of this Student Chapter Committee, I just know about it 6 months before, when I got a call for in-person trainings. Before that, I am not also aware about this committee. So I hope so the stat is similar for you guys also. So I'm just giving you an overview about our website of PS Student Chapter Committee, and just about its structures and where we really update our initiatives. Along with our LinkedIn page, we have a LinkedIn page specifically. So I request Bindu, Napneet to please update please share this link first, the website one, so that these guys can also take part. And yeah, thank you so much for your message, Rakshit. We will share this as well on our LinkedIn page along with the e-notice. So please stay updated with e-notice, and if you want to be get like the update should be come in front of you, like then you can go through our LinkedIn page as well. So yeah, so Bindu, please share the link of this website. That's great. Thank you, Namjit. So the link is already on the page. So we have actually totally 6 committee running right now. So we have region 1 to 7, we have a separate committee, then region 8, region and region 10. So you guys all are from region 10 itself. And other than that, we have a award committee mostly for HP SPCP things, and one is for public outreach and website committee that is managing this website as well as all the publicity of all our initiative as well. So I'm just going through region 10. If you, it's on you guys. If you want to check in this website, you can check it later and now as well. If your internet works fine. So this is my region 10 committee. All are very active volunteers and getting good support from all the committee. You can listen about Irene as well, as she is hosting for this this program. We have Bindu here, Dia, Ashish, Divakran, Guntur. We have Saimol, we have Ovesh, Kazi, Navneet, Prashant, Siddhi, Vaishnavi, Govind, Avishlat, lot of people. Then we have webmaster team from Nifal, Rakul, Stephen, Vijayalakshmi. I hope you guys are aware about them also, because they are just like you. They are first, they are PSSPC leaders. Then they work hard in the SPC. They work for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, and then they took part in all SEC initiative. And then they found from our LinkedIn page, from our website, from e-notice, okay, there is some opportunities for volunteering or in-person trainings. They applied there. Then based upon their activeness and interest, they are shortlisted for this region 10 committee itself. And now they are really contributing good for this. And this virtual training program is completely here for you guys and planned by all whole this committee. And not only for this virtual training program, there are a lot of other initiatives which are going on parallelly. If I'm just concising myself, the first one is that we have done this year is for region 10 PSSBCs in-person training for India itself. That's only for India because we are getting sponsorship from for that thing only from the host is from India, and they are sponsoring us stay and food things. So we just support the travel thing, and that's only for Indian SBCs. So this is done in 21st and 22nd of April. We have again circulated this thing. Navneet, can you please share the LinkedIn page of SCC and as well and Insta as well, if possible. So this is also again an in-person training, just like going on in Thailand, and again see. We create a very nice agenda. We bring PS leaders from across the globe. There is no as such limit. We manage the timing as per their suitability, what we want them to bring in, and to teach our to give their what are the valuable comments and suggestions, and take part actively. And they are really motivating sessionals for all the leaders. So from there we have shortlisted based upon again the activeness, their membership statistics of their SBCs and their B2 reporting things, and similar to what we have circulated for in-person training as well as for this year also, we have shortlisted these people. So these are from India itself because of the sponsorship thing I already told you. And again, further after doing this, they are actively involved in our committee, and now they are also as a subcommittee. They are initiating one initiative called as Spark, and they are contributing a bit good. So like Nandana, we have Anupriya, Abhishek, Jatin, Joyce, Pradeep, Puneet, Raj, Rupesh, Shainteja, Sony, Stephen, Vidhu. These all people are here from this part. And now this year they are going to apply for our committee, core committee as well. And hopefully some of them will also be shortlisted based upon their experience. And this the venue was there is Gwalior at that time. These all are guest speakers we have from very reputed one from you are aware about. I hope so. And uh, and this is basically the agenda for that. Again, see, a lot of things are covered up at that time, and these are the leaders, the from our committee who involved in this. So I hope, like, I just want to check in, like, whether you guys are aware about this initiative from India. I'm just asking this thing. Can you please reply in the chat box by NN for Indian PSSPC leaders? Are you aware about? Did you guys get this from our e-notice things? Can you please reply in the chat box by NN? Okay, great. N, okay. Okay, great. So see, these all things are. Thank you so much for replying on the chat box. See, these all things are basically giving you back about your activeness. And something, people really work hard for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years in PSSPCs, and then they are, at the end they got demotivated. I'm talking about other SPCs, and they say, okay, what they are with, we are PS is returning for them. So these are something which provide as a networking opportunity for them also, and really to go ahead from the SBC level to regional level, and even getting involving with our committee. They can bypass professional chapter and section level working, and they can directly work at regional level. And this is really a very competitive as well. The selection ratio is usually 1:10, and also you have to work hard if you want to engage with our committee, because we are responsible for PSSV's leaders. And you can see the statistics. We have 286, sorry for that error, 286 SVCs we have in region 10, and we are responsible for them. So we are getting mails, queries, and on a regular interval, and we have to respond them on time, and that's what we are meant for. Other than that, I'm just going to disclose you about this in-person training, which I already talked to you about. This is right now. I hope this is visible. Yes, okay. So this in-person training is in Thailand, Chiang Mai, along with APEC 2023. We have closed this the call for this year. But we are on the verge of shortlisting few of them, 20 to 25, I guess. That's the count we are going to bring into this in-person training. Again, we are providing a lot of things like complimentary registrations to attend the conference, the financial support to attend this training. Then we are providing them again the agenda like this, like in virtual training program. We are providing them networking and brainstorming. They can connect with the global leaders of PES, and they can discuss their targets, and we can discuss their targets, and if there is any specific queries they are facing and their SPC levels that is to be resolved as soon as possible. And we will provide them a way to further proceed in their volunteering career. And if they like, and that's something all about this in-person training. And people had enjoyed a lot, and now all the leaders who are taken part in this in-person who will take part in this in-person training, they will also further scrutinize for our core committee work. And then they will also be the part of our core committee later on. And that's something, a good opportunity for them. Further, we have initiated our Spark initiative. So can you please, guys, type in if you are really aware about what Spark is all about. YNN, please. Okay. So Spark is just recently we have started. This is a new initiative, one of our new initiatives. And this new initiative is all about for the inactive SPCs. So I'm just giving a single line brief for you guys. Like, can you guys please reply me in the chat box how many minimum events are required for HPSPCP applications? How many minimum events are required for B2 reporting? What is the count? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those guys who are not aware about, just type randomly, whatever they feel so. How many events are required? Effective events. 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 5, 3, 8, 5 or 7, 2. Okay. So I'll say, like, for up to this, or for the next year as well, HPSVCP 2024, that is going to be started in December itself for this year. So minimum 2 events are required to be reported on vTools. So we have the complete data of all the events who are reported on the vTool for all the SPCs in region 10 as well as in the global SPCs. And we found we usually check the details about how many events are they really reporting, and we are just giving this as a the criteria for shortlisting to active and inactive. So if some SPCs are not able to organize, for example in 2023 the two events also, so those are by default they are not eligible for HPSVCP. Whatever they mention in their profile, if the minimum 2 events are not reported on vTools, then we are not going to consider them for basic funding, that is 150 USD. So we started this initiative keeping in mind, like, okay, we will connect with those SVCs, we will connect with the leaders, what the problems they are really facing at the grassroots, why they are not organizing the events, and we will connect with them, and we will make them as a co-host, and our committee will help them in organizing the events. And these events are not like normal events; these are really good events, because our committee, we are connecting with the good leaders on their behalf, and we'll try to bring in the good leaders, especially the PS leaders. So we have here Prashant, who is leading this initiative, and others are also like Bindu, and other committee members are also here really helping us. So what you guys has to do for registering for this Spark initiative? So like, okay, so see, this is really very long, yeah. Only 4 or 5 things. So we do not want to, load you guys. We just want that you guys fill up the basic things so that we are able to connect with you. And we just asking two things. Okay, is there any idea about what the kind of events you want to propose, or any other queries that you want? And then we come back to you guys, and okay, we connect with this. Okay, what is the problem in your SPCs? And also we will work at the grassroots and try to resolve those problems along with organizing the events. So I request Bindu to share this link, and because already the website link is shared, you guys can further can take the look over this Spark initiative. Everything is clearly mentioned. So step 1 is all about you have to fill up this Google form. Step 2 is all about to fill up this Google form. Then we will respond in 1-2 weeks. That's it, and we will then further do a discussion with you guys, and later on we will finalize and execute the events for our region 10. So for example, the first events we have done for photovoltaic solution helping the global energy transitions. Then second, we have done from IEEE PES standardization and industry connect program. And this is, see, at the bottom you can see the number, the SPCs we are connecting with. So 3 or 4 SPCs are collaborating from different sections from different part of region 10, and you guys can also get the opportunity for this. And recently we have done this one. This is from the Dean Sarafi. He's the distinguished lecturer from the PES, but we are able to arrange him at no cost. And that's something. And fourth one, that is upcoming one, is all about the MATLAB workshop. You guys will get the e-notice as well as on a LinkedIn page, and you can connect with us. So Bindu and Navneet, can you please share our LinkedIn page if possible, because I'm not able to share from here. Otherwise, I will share at the end of my session. Thank you. So that's for the Spark, and now I'm moving for town hall thing. So can you guys please respond in the chat box if you guys are really aware about town hall? YNN, please. And okay, why? So why is from Puram? He's from our team itself. Other side N. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you guys get the link of our LinkedIn page for our student chapter committee. We parallelly post any initiative as soon as we got any, we are ready with that. And along with the e-notice, that's something little bit formal way to circulate things, and also share circulated our website and town hall link. So town hall is more or less is something, an interaction session with the PS leaders. You guys can directly, first there is an address from the PS leaders, and then they will directly address it query. That's something more about general discussion. You can talk with them. Okay, like at the PS SPC level, your SB level, you are getting such kind of problems, you are not able to resolve them, you need such kind of support from PS, or you want from the PS leader, like these initiatives should be proposed and further should be implemented. So that's something. So for you guys it's like, okay, maybe a little bit boring, but for us and for the leaders, these sessions are really important. Why? Because we from these sessions we get the feedback from SPC leaders. Okay, at the grassroots this is the problem they are facing, and we have to provide them solutions. And see, the solution, the answer of all these session is like, or you can say the output of all this session is like the initiative, like virtual job fairs, mentoring sessions, town hall sessions, virtual training programs, in-person training programs, HP, SBCP. These all are out because of your feedback only. So your feedback is this much important for us. Okay. So we will circulate tomorrow feedback form as well as to you. So please respond to that also. So that's the power of feedback. And last is today's session. This is IEEE Regent and Virtual Training Program. So just a quick query from you guys, like how many you guys are aware about PSSC website well before? Even I will respond to this answer no, because I am also not aware about this. Before I'm the part of this committee. So, okay. That's really great. And okay, no worry, no worry. So this is the platform for virtual training program as you are attending right now. So see, this is completely updated here. So you guys don't no need to be dependent upon e-notice or a LinkedIn page if you are stuck here, but there is no alarm or something like that. You will get notified. So it's good to be connect with us through LinkedIn, through our and please have a regular check on the e-notice. And this is basically the virtual training program. These are the basically output we are going to provide you guys. And again, the notice things, these are the guest speakers, and these are the distinguished guests, and these are the speakers. So today Mazana will be there as a distinguished guest as well as speaker for the last session, and tomorrow you will get Jessica and Julio along with Anand as the distinguished guest to answer your all the queries. So this is basically already discussed with you guys, right? So we are consistently updating and for everything whatever we have. So that's all about for our the PSSC website. And again, I'm going to cover up one more thing here only. This is the mentoring. For mentoring thing, how many of you guys are really aware about IEEE PS mentoring program? As mentioned above, it is also again managed by PS Student Chapter Committee. Okay. And sorry for disturbing you guys again and again, but I think this will really helpful for us also. And okay. So see, like as I already told you, we are here to answer your all queries, whatever the PSSVC has. But what's the stat? Stat is 286 SBCs multiplied by 4 leaders, and then rest are also those members who are not the part of any SBCs. Those are just a normal PS members. So we are answerable to all the queries. So is it possible to answer the queries in organizing just a single session like this, or like 2 or 3 session annually that we are usually doing? That's not possible. So instead of that, we had started this initiative called as IEEE mentoring program, in which a mentor and mentee. So mentor is the person who will guide you, and mentee is the person who needs guidance. Those basically come together through this platform, and they will work over some problem statements, and then further there is some check-in to check their progress, and this program goes for 6 months. So, and along with this, they will get an idea about PES, various opportunities, and I hope like a lot of people who are present here took advantage of this as well. And in later on, you can also take advantage of it. There are some specific timeline. It is not a year rolling basis. There are some timelines to apply for mentoring programs. So you have to keep checking. We will circulate e-notice for all these things as well. So what is this all about? So as I told you, it's a program that will provide a platform to seek and share valuable advice and knowledge for all PS members. So it's basically a mentor and mentee thing. You will get leadership skills, critical thinking abilities, networking, as well as career development programs. So this is basically for student members include student graduate student members. This is for PS young members as well as for IEEE members. So most probably it is like IEEE members are the mentors, and young professionals and student members are actually the mentee. So basically, if you will get through the program details, Bindu, can you share the link as well? So there are some steps to apply here. There are basically, this is not updated for 2023, but usually the deadlines are more like this. So you have to register for this, and then there is some platforms to, for all these things like as a BFAIR platforms, and then both mentors and mentee, they will decide what the problem statement they have to work upon. They have some interaction session between them as per their own, comfort and then there is some mentoring phase 1 in which they work for it, and in feedback analysis we will analyze like what is the progress, and further for the next phase 2 we will set some deadline and objectives, and on mentoring phase 2 again then there is a check. So this is all about we are providing one-to-one mentoring for all our PES members, student members, as well as YPs. So this is also one kind of help for you guys. So if you guys really need a personalized feedback or personalized input and help from PS side, you can apply for this initiative as well. So that's I have covered here. Along with this, I'm going to cover one more thing. I guess I have covered. So now moving forward for the most updating one, like you guys are waiting for virtual job fairs, right? We have discussed about the platform, but we have not yet discussed about what is virtual job fair. So that's something I think interesting for you, and we are bringing you before its actual actual call come in front of you. So I request Bindu to please share this link as well. No, that's not. That's for the platform. This is different one. This is for virtual job fairs. So IEEE.bfairs.com. Okay, so who can apply for this virtual job fairs? Obviously, if you guys have active membership, you can apply. That's it. We are only seeking membership from you guys, nothing other than this. We want that you have active participations in PES, and you are in the final stage of your graduation, and your profile should be matched with what companies need from you guys. So thanks, Bindu. You guys can check in the link, and I request you all to keep all these things for your reference, because this will really help for you guys when the actual date will come. Okay, and because maybe you will skip the e-notice things and the LinkedIn, and also reconnect with our LinkedIn page. We are going to update everything on here, so you guys can see on my screen as well there are 15 days left, but that's not for you. Because initially we ran it for region 1 to 7. Now this call is for region 8. Soon in December we have a call for region 10 as well. So here just like this, here are 3 days planned for this virtual career fair. I think this is new for my team also, for some of the members, so they can also have a check on it. So see, in the virtual job fair, the first 2 days is all about they will give you a preview. So preview what they will cover. Preview, they will cover you about how to behave and how to use this virtual fair platforms. That's all training about. And in the 25th is basically the actual day of this fair. So you can have a direct connection with the companies, and you can get the opportunity to the jobs as well. So this is basically the first ever virtual job fairs, which will bring students and young professionals and potential employers in the power and energy industry. So student and young professionals are those who need jobs, and industries are those who are providing the jobs. So through BFair platforms that we have already give you an hands-on. So what we need from you, you guys are only should be the part of your final graduation, and if you guys have any FNQ, you can check it, like who should attend these events. So all the graduating student and young student members, nothing else. Okay, they are in the final stage of their graduations, and they can apply in their geographical areas. Geographical area means they are giving a call for region specific things, and then further you can. And do I need to register? Definitely you have to register. Do I need to do download and install anything? Nothing. We have already told you, you guys has to just run through this VFair platforms, and there is also well planned training will be given to you before applying and taking part in this initiative. Is there any webcam required? Definitely it is required. All the other requirements are similar to what is required for any job, and all the queries that you need, that is going to be covered up here. So right now, if you guys can go through this agenda, I hope so. Here we have the information about the companies. Wait. There is an information about companies. Yes, jobs. So for this is right now for region 8. So see, right now we have only 2 companies, because this is the first year we have started. We need to bring in the interest, like for this year we are setting this as a basic framework for other industries. An example, see, Think Smart Grids and Test Booth has shown their interest, and they believe on us. They are using our platform for providing jobs. And similarly in India also, in region 10 also, we are connecting with some of the industries and they will also be in the list soon, and you can apply for these jobs. And later on in the next year, hopefully we will get multiple industries and multiple jobs, and you will get this platform is going to be a very good platform for you guys. For example, somebody is staying in India, they will get an opportunity to get interview in a company who is in basically has the base in Singapore, or some person who is basically from Malaysia, he can take part in the job who is in Japan. So this platform is something which is really, really helpful for you guys in a longer run. So we are providing you guys ahead of this. So please keep touch with our LinkedIn page and website and all these things where we are going to update you guys about all these things. And also of the e-notice, that's a formal way of sharing any information from our side. So that's something new for you. And other than this, I hope so I have covered most of the things. This mentor mentee program I have covered, and yeah, so most of the things about VSSCC I have done. And like there is nothing to be, if you guys are feeling bored about this session, that's fine, but just stay updated with all our link that I have mentioned in the beginning of this slide. And please go out, like stay up in touch with us. Yeah, one more thing left that I want to cover up in this session is about our WhatsApp groups. So Bindu, can you just share the link, this one please? This is something below our committee. You can share this link, okay? So and this is something we have created for all our region 10, uh, to be specific to sections, and some of the sections are merged up. You can join in this WhatsApp group. We will update you parallelly on all these things. So right now also we have some of the groups really populated, like we guys are writing 110 or 120 attendees. And we request you guys also to, as soon as new committee formed in your SBC, let them also join in this group. Share this link also to them, because they will get the update in real time. So our SCC is, day by day improving our initiatives and bringing in new initiatives. And one more thing is under plan, I just want to share you guys, is PES and merchandise. So that is something which was earlier it is like for the for the 2 years it is not there, but for the next year and hopefully next month only we are going to start PS merchandise things. So you guys, PS, in that you guys do not have to depend upon the SV leaders, SV chair. Even SVC chairs also get, PSSV chairs also get the authority to apply for this merchandise with some frequency, like the time period after which they can apply for merchandise, something like that. So we are working on that, and again you will get update from all our handles soon for that as well. So we are working for you guys, and what we need from you guys in return is that you actively work on PES, report your good and effective events in vTools, maintain some membership stats in your SVCs, and also help your native inactive SVCs to to become self-sustained. Collaborate with them, organize some events. That's it. So that's all for this session. Thank you so much, guys, and remain active for next 1 or 2 hours more. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. Over to you, Bindu. Sorry, Irene.
Thank you, Rishi, for such an overview about our PSSC activities. So this is me, Siddhi, joining you all for the next session. Our very dear volunteers, Gunju Renu and Rishikant Appu, will be taking us through the functionalities of VTools and OM Analytics, essential tools for PS SPCs. So let's take a look at it. Renu and Rishi, please.
Okay, I have to make her as a co-host, I guess. Okay, I hope so. Like we are little bit 10 minutes. We have concluded our session, so she will maybe join exactly at that time, I guess. So meanwhile, we can take some queries, right? Okay. Bindu, can you take some queries, some important queries only for next 5 minutes?
Yes, Rishi. Let me request the participants to
share their queries in the chat box so that we can take your queries. I think we have received a few queries from our participants in the chat. Shall I read them?
Sure, you can just go ahead, please.
Yeah. One person, Katir D, is asking about the PS HEC part. They would also like to inquire about the process to apply for the PS merchandise again. Women in Power
Thanks.
Initiative details.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And I will take one more one. Some of the okay. So Renu is already here. We will take few of the queries well before her session. Her session is at 6:30. We have 7 more minutes. Okay. So for like for merchandise thing, I already told you guys like this is yet to start and with. But we are planning is you know we are planning to create one web page on our website itself. Over that we will make some spreadsheet or something like as a Google form where SVC leaders, PSSVC leaders, they will ask for some basic things like like some relevance to their SVCs itself, and also like if they want some merchandise for some specific events, like if there was for the symposium or some good initiative they are going for, then we ask for them, okay, what is the count of merchandise they need for, and then based upon that SCC act going to be act as an intermediator where we are finally giving the request to the next committee, next the thing from where we are getting the merchandise, right? We are giving them the okay, the order, like this is the count, and so SCC is going to become the intermediate for that. That's the proposal, but I don't want to disclose so much things, but yet because still it is under plan about merchandise. So we are going to run a test trial for few of the SVCs in for few of the countries uh, in region 10, and later on we will start for whole region 10, like hopefully by the next year, like by Jan, like for these last 2 months we are we are running for few SVCs, I think for India only, because from where we are getting from India office the support for handling all these things. But on January in the beginning we will start so for all over region 10, because there is separate fund allocated for these things. That's the reason. And for PSHSC thing, there is a separate committee. So for sorry, Fatah sir is there for all these things. There are some competitions going on in there, like especially for the humanitarian things. And you can have a join in. I will circulate a link for that. And they also have some congress going on parallelly, and you can also take part in that and become an ambassador for that also. So you can actively. I have also become. I was also ambassador in I think in 2019 or 20. And see, this is the way to grow up your volunteering. You have to actively part in all the initiatives, whatever the opportunity you have. You guys are really confused whether to apply or not, just apply. uh, just apply, and then you can further you can further explore the things. And for PSSC side, if you want to volunteering with us, we will going to give an open call through e-notice things as well as through IEEE volunteering. First, we are considering our existing people from Gwalior meet and for the in-person trainings, and then remaining seats to be fulfilled from the open call. And definitely you have to go on through a process. It's not like based upon Google form we are scrutinizing these things, because we have to we are responsible for a lot of initiative from SBCs. So you guys has to really work hard in SEC. That's what, before you will take part in the you will finally consider for this committee, we are evaluating you by giving you some task, and then further you get the part. So and remaining things, that's depends upon again your activeness and all these things. But for now, as there is no as such call, what you guys can do is take part actively in all the PS initiatives, and also at your SVC levels try to organize effective events. See, the count doesn't matter, it's all about the effectiveness. You can organize good effective events, offline online events, some humanitarian events, societal welfare events, that's in coordination with PS mission and vision, and report all the events on time on VTools, and also maintain your membership statistics. Earlier we are not considering the membership statistics, but now if you tomorrow if you will join in our HPSVCP sessions, there we will let you know, like, we have incorporated the membership as also one of the scoring rubric criteria to fund your SPC. And this year also one more thing is, like, you guys are not getting 150 USD as a basic funding. This is up to 150 USD, so that's something different terminology. Because of lot of applications we have to post that thing, but that's fine. I guess if you guys are active, you will get really good funding up to 1000 USD that is proposed in HPSVCP things. So this all our changes, and for staying updated, please be asked. That's all things. So this is 6:28, and we have here Renu and Irene. Can you just please introduce Renu once again, and we will then start our virtual session. Thank you so much, guys. We will take queries later on. Siddhi or Irene, anybody else? Can please introduce Renu.
Yes, yes. So, the next session is about VTPs and audio analytics, which will be led by our very dear volunteers, Guntur Renu and Rishikant Rathur. So, let's have a look at it. Renu, please.
Thank you all. I hope I'm audible. Am I audible?
Renu, it seems the volume is.
No, you are audible.
Yes. Okay, I am sharing my screen. So you can just confirm me once you can see the screen. Yep, is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, very good evening to all the participants here. I am here to tell you about how you can file the reports in your VTools. So I will just tell you from the basics. So just keep focusing, and if you want to try it in your laptop, if you're logged through your laptop, do try. If you have any doubts, please post it in the chat window. So I'll be able to answer you once I'm done with mine. So just open your Google and then just click IEEE VTools. So you'll be directed to the first page, which is vtools.ieee.org. Just click on that. And then here on the right side, you will have various different things, like where you can check your student branch reporting, where you can do your voting, and then you have your OU analytics. So this is like the mantra that you can check in. This is on IEEE VTools events. It's little slow, but it will come. So just, yep. So here it will show you all the events that have been already reported, and based on your location, you can also check what all events have been reported and what are they about. If they are upcoming events or if there are already done events, they are also reported. So if you want to check your events, you can just check in my events. If you want to manage any events, you can create here. And then now we are going to create an event. So when you click on create an event, you will be redirected to this page, which is event.vtools.ietp.org/tigo_event creates. So this is the place where you have to file your vtools, sorry, file your reports. So why is it important to file a report is first the basic thing I would like to say, because even if you see when you're applying for HSB, like the high performing student branch funding from IEEE PES, if you see, we will be asking you to give the link of the event which you have already reported, which shows that it is not done immediately or just before the funding, just to impress the people who are in the evaluation committee of the funding, but it shows your dedication and it shows the completeness of your event. So do fill each and every each and every column whichever is present in the in this particular thing, and also try to provide legit information and all the appropriate information, not just for the sake of filling so that the mandatory one is bypassed. Okay. So firstly, your primary host organizational unit, which means under which SB or under which section or under which chapter this particular event is hosted. So mine is SBC 14181A, which is my college, like the college which I have previously studied. So that college, so I'm just selecting this. And primary host email ID. So this is my college SB email ID, ipp.sb@svcb.edu. So this is the primary host under which the event has happened. Now, if there is any additional host, so there are situations where 2 or 3 SBs or 2 or 3 SBCs chapters come together and host an event. Then you can just select what is the other SBC, and then you can add their host email ID as well, and you can just fill that blanks. So right now I'm just filling it as a single host. If there is any co-sponsor name, you can fill that, and anything extra information about that, you can fill that. Now we are going to the details. So let's say what is the title of the event. Let's say right now, B-Tools training. And now the category. So there are a lot of different categories when it comes to the events which are being conducted. So one among which is professional. Then if you're hosting any technical events, uh, let's say any workshops or any other technical coding contests or any hackathon, something related to that, then you can say it's a technical thing. Professional, it comes to all the professional activities, like it is on the standard of young professionals or senior members, or if you are doing from an SBC side, we can say faculty development programs can be considered as professional programs. Non-technical can be anything, maybe any blog writing, which are not technical, like non-technical blogs, something like that. Administrative, if you're doing any leadership training or something like that. Humanitarian, if you're doing something for the society or something for the IEEE or something for the good cause. Humanitarian. Pre-university STEM program. So pre-university STEM program is all for the students before before they come into graduation, like intermediate students, 10th class students. So that is pre-university STEM program. So you can select any one. So when you select technical, there is no subcategory. But when you select professional, there are some subcategories. Is it related to industry relations, or is it for the professional development, or is it for the education? Like any a workshop related kind of. So then you have to select the subcategory also. And then for non-technical, again, is it any social activities, or is it an awards dinner, or is it a pre-university activity, something like that. Then for administrative, is it an EXICOM meeting or is it an officer training? Then humanitarian, is it site, is it something related to site like projects and funding, or something related to other? Then pre-university, is it a camp or is it a career day, or is it for the girls in STEM, or is it a mentoring, or have you interacted with the parents, or have you interacted with students and teacher workshop? So you have to select some. So now I am selecting this as an administrative. Okay, this is not an administrative. So let's take this as an humanitarian. No. Let's take this as an administrative meeting, and this is not an HCCOM meeting. So this is an officer training. So is this a women in engineering event? So women in engineering is for everyone. So women in engineering is an affinity group, and every society under IEEE, all the 39 societies under IEEE can be mapped to women in engineering. Like let's say women in PES, women in sensors, something like that, everything. So this is not exclusive women in engineering event, so I'm not checking this box. But let's say if you're doing something related to pre-university and it is for girls in STEM, then we have to check this box. But right now, as it is administrative and it's an officer training, I'm not checking this box. And now, the start time and the end time. So when did this start? So let's say today, October 7th, from 5:30 p.m. When is it ending? Tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. And when your start time and end time, you cannot have an event more than 5 days according to the tools. So if you're selecting something more than 5 days, it will not allow you. So let's take 14 or something like that. At the end, you will be receiving an error. So that's why I'm going to select, like maybe at that time, you can just file an event in a different time zone. I mean, in a different series. Now the time zone. I know here we have people from joining from different parts of the world. I'm just selecting the time zone which I am in currently, which is UTC plus 5:30 Calcutta. This is for all Indians. All the Indian timeline is this. And for remaining, you can select your timeline, your time zone, and you can just select it. Then description of the event. Here comes the description of the event. So you have to write each and everything about your event, whatever happened. So you have to write when did the event start, how did it start, who have started it, then inauguration, who all are the chief guests who have come, or who all are the speakers who have come, who all are the speakers addressed, what are the topics they have covered, in the topics they have covered, what are the key and niche areas they have covered. So all that kind of description needs to be mentioned here. Header, footer is like optional. Agenda. So in the agenda, it is not a mandatory thing, but it is advised to give an agenda. So at what time the event have started, and like let's say from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. or let's say the same thing right now. So right now 6:30 to 7:15 we have VTools training. So 6:30 to 7:30 VTools training by Ms. Guntur Renu. Next, then what all are the other agenda points? Like let's say if you see here, I have the VTP agenda. So all this agenda can be just copy pasted. So you can just go directly and you can just copy paste it to the agenda. So all these things are needed because it will give you a clear idea of what is happening in this particular event. Then keywords. Keywords are important when you're filing this VTools because whenever you want to search for it again, it will be easy for finding. So right now the main keywords is VTools training for me. So I'm doing, if we are doing this particular activity under IEEE day, we can also use IEEE day. It's PES, VTools. So all these kind of keywords can be used. Even picture. So you can just click on event picture and just add the poster which you have created and the location. So if this is a virtual event, you can just give the virtual registration info like your Google form which you use for registration, or your Google Meet link, or your WebEx link, anything. So you can just give your virtual registration information. If it is an hybrid event, you have to give the both virtual as well as in-person details. And if it is completely an in-person event, you will not be asked to give the links, but you will be asked to mention the address. So let's say I'm hosting this event at my college. So I will give IEEE, PES, SBC, IEEE, SBC, PES, SBC. So then I say SBC, SBCE. Then my college is in Kambadi. And then city is mandatory. So I just give it as Tirupati. And the country is India. And it asks for the state, Andhra Pradesh. Postal code, give the postal code. Even if it is not mandatory, try to give the postal code. Okay, latitude and longitude, this we are not aware of, this we can leave. And room number, maybe you can give a conference hall or anything, wherever the event has happened, or the auditorium, just mention it. Then registration and payment. So if it is a standard registration, the registration should always end one day before the event. And the start date can be anything as per your convenience, or as per your opening for the event. So suppose if it is external, it will ask for the registration URL. So you can give anything related to like a Google form or something. And if there is no registrations, it was a direct event, you can just put it as none. And here comes the speaker. So all the speaker information must be mentioned. So if it is a distinguished lecturer, I mean, we have distinguished lecturer program. So if he or she is a distinguished lecturer, you have to check this box. If not, mention the topic the speaker is covering, enter the description, the topic, or I mean, what all of the topics that are covered, what are all the brief introductions covered by that speaker in the topic. Then also mention what kind of areas, and then give the prefix if he's a doctor or Mr. or Mrs. something, then first name, their last name, suffix if someone have this PhD or any senior or junior, something like that. And if there is a preferred name, like let's say my name is Guntur Renu, I prefer it just Renu, like that. And address lane, all this you can give the same, whatever you have given already in the previous thing, and the email address of the speaker along with the biography, brief biography. Anyways, you will be getting it when you are asking for the speaker. And the organization is nothing but the affiliation of the speaker, then the speaker photograph. The same goes for the second speaker as well. You have to enter all the details. If there is no second speaker, you can avoid this. You can skip this particular section. Then finally, the report and attendance. So for any event, VTools will always ask you what is the number of IEEE people attended and what is the number of guests attended. So we should always have a rough idea of how many people attended. Let's say we have 150 IEEE and 100 guests. And now, when you click save and publish, it will be saved and published. Unless if there are any mistakes or if there are any unfilled columns. Let's say I will wantedly, yep, here there is a description, right? I am wantedly not filling this and I am trying to save and publish it. And now it shows me errors. So it is auto save. So I'm trying it again. There seems to be some error. Okay, there seems to be some error, some server issue. So it's just if you click save and publish, your event will be published and it will be shown in your events, like in your my events, it will be shown like this, it will be shown. So when you click on that, you will be able to redirect to the page and you will be able to see your event something like this. So when you give the speaker details, all will be like this. When you give the agenda, it will be shown when is the dates and all. And the date, event, if you give particular thing, it will also show you the maps, then hosted by whom, then the start date and end date, all the timing zones. Everything will be visible like this. These are the keywords, whatever they have given. So it will be shown here. And here is the description. So this is how you file vetoes. So, and we actually would like to specifically specify and mention, do fill all the vetoes reports appropriately. Don't just fill them for the sake of filling, because when you apply for this HSBC, it's very important because we do check your vetoes, because we rely on vetoes, not on the application, whatever you write. So give proper information and legit information and give complete information. Just don't give short information or just to bypass that mandatory mark. So, yep, on that note, I'm stopping my screen sharing. If there are any doubts, I'm happy to take. Do we have any doubts? Do we have Rishi?
Yeah, Renu, thanks for your session on V tools. It's really very in depth, and I hope people have enjoyed a lot. And just I want to add one lines as Renu said, like we have seen like in HPSVCP evaluations, uh, people had reported a lot of events, and they are just like they wrote 2 3 lines for their events, and we do not have any proof that a event has actually happened or not, because somebody can write 2 3 events at their home also, right? So we are really stricting to this year, like we are not considering those events, even they are reporting on B tools. So you guys has, the proof of the event, like you have posters, if something are done online, then attendees screenshot or something like that, and proper detail mentioning of speakers and all the things that mentioned by Reenu very nicely in this session. So if you guys have any query, we will take in next 1 or 2 minutes. Just quote it down, otherwise we will move for the next session.
Yeah. Can I explain the header and footer? So I will just show you an e-nota so that you will get an idea. So header and footer is basically, let's say I'm representing a section, or let's say I'm representing the right now R10 student chapter committee. So the header will be the student chapter committee, and the footer we will mention all our social media channels, like let's say our Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. So we will be mentioning all this in the footer, so it will be easy for you for the communication. So that those are the most important. I mean, mostly what we mention in the header and footer. When will we report to the videos, before or after? So there are two things which you can do. One is you can report the event before, and you can also report the event after. So when you like report the event before it has happened, it will be a pre-report. So after you reporting, you can also start or take the registrations from the vTools itself. And after the event, it is like the event is completed, we are reporting it, and we are like filing all our reports. So when you do it after the event, you will not be able to take the registrations. And one ideal solution is just try to file the event immediately after it's done. Like don't delay till like February or the January, just before it's closed or just before the annual reporting. but it is very ideal to just report your events right immediately after it's done. Let's say if today event is done, maybe in a couple of days, get your report done, and then you can file it over VTools. And after you file it over VTools, you can also download it. I hope that clarifies.
Yeah, Renu, I guess like we have to move ahead for the next session. Thank you so
Done.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, so going for the next sessions, I'm taking over for OU Analytics, and yeah, so when I was in SBC leaders, when I'm not really aware about OU Analytics things, and we are here today for the OU Analytics things. As I am at SCC at Region 10 level, I have some additional access to OU. Maybe you guys do not have that, but I'm just demonstrating you guys what we can access from OU, and you can also access few of things from that. That's really helpful for you guys. You do not have to be dependent on anybody else to find out number of relevant statistics. For example, we have mentioned that you must have at least 6 renewed members for HPSBCP 2024. So then who can you ask for that, whether your SBC had those or not? So that's something, you know, you guys can check in over OU, and you can find out all these things. And similarly, if you want to find out how many PS members in your SBC, you know, how many SBCs are there in your sections, who is the chair in the professional chapter to whom you can contact with, what is his email ID, and all these things you can find out from OU Analytics things. So that is something, a brief hands-on things we are going to cover up. So I request you all to please make your desktop to be ready for again one more hands-on session for OU Analytics things. So we will start in a while. So yeah, so these things leads again your desktop and internet connection. Please be ready for that. I want that you guys will also do hands-on parallelly, but yes, maybe you guys do not have any access of some of the things. That's okay, and you can just have a look on just, you know, stay with Webex only, like if you do not have any access for those things. So I'm just sharing my screen. I just request Bindu to share the link of the OU Analytics thing. So you can also, if you do not have any link, or she will, yeah, she had already done, right? So please unmute yourself. Who is this? Okay, thank you so much. So we will just type on this OU Analytics, and this link is already shared with you guys on in chat box. I hope everybody is there, and please type in chat if there is any issue with you guys. I will also again join in for the meeting, and so that you guys, if have any query, I will also check in real time. Meanwhile, can you please type in chat box whether you are here or not? Yes or no? Okay. Yeah, I'm also joining, no worry. So I will see the, okay, thank you so much, guys. So now you have to just click on this access IEEE OU Analytics thing. Okay. I hope, sorry, So on this page, this is called as landing page of OU. Here you guys have got, you're getting, you know, a lot of options. Maybe if you are not getting this because of the access issue, but you just see on my screen if you're not getting that. Okay, so first thing, we are going for the volunteering position. For example, if you want to find out who is the chair in your section, in the PS professional chapter to whom you can contact with, or like let's say if you want some support or collaboration, and let's say if you have any doubt regarding you know, if you want to collaborate with any other SBC outside India, or outside your country, outside your section, and you want to do some international collaborations for any further initiative, that from where you can get the contact details. It's not possible like all the SBCs have active website and they are actively updating, but it's like what you know, by default, for some of the initiatives, when they will apply for any kind of some opportunities, we ask them to report their volunteers on these platforms, and because of that we are getting the updated contact details of those. So you can find out this. So for that, I'm just first I'm addressing how to find out the volunteers contact details from OU Analytics things. So you can just click on this volunteer position. If you guys do not have any access, no need to worry about, that's normal thing. And if you have, then it's also fine, you can just move ahead. So this is little bit it will take some time because you have to have a lot of data. So if it's scrolling down and like it's then it's it's buffering, then it's still fine, no worry. So I hope you guys are here. Can you please type INN if you're not there? Only type by whenever it's done. Okay, fine. Taha, Minu, Pravakar, no, Ananda. Okay, why? What about others? Great as well. Okay, so yeah, Megha, Rakshit, no. So you just we have shared you the link in the chat box. You clicked on that, and after that you just have to click on the volunteer tab, volunteer position tab. Kathir, no. You can just again type Janitha, great. Rutuja, great. Rutuja, no. Okay. We will wait here for you guys. Yeah. Okay, so the page could not be accessed. Either the view does not exist or you do not have an okay. No worry. You just have a look here, and later on, if you guys get the access at some volunteer positions, you can also uh, take the advantage of this. So let's say if you want to find out, I'm just going in detail. Like okay, if any let's say in region 10 there is any SBC, and you want to get the contact details of volunteers. So first is all about whether it's a SBC. So SBC means it's a student branch chapter. So don't be confused with chapter or joint chapters. These are actually the chapter at the section level called as professional chapters. So if you are looking for SBC, then click here. And if you are looking to find out some contact details about your contact details about your like about professional chapters, like you want to collaborate with section, then you have to click here, or even in some of the sections your chapter may have joint chapters like IES, PES, PES, PLS, PES, IES, something like that. Then you just for safer side you can click at joint chapter as well. But for now our main target is to find out the contact details of another SPCs with whom you can collaborate with. So you just click on SPC and apply. It will take a little bit time because a lot of data is here. And then somebody Nilimol, something like that. You can unmute yourself, please. Nilimol. Okay. So then as we are from region 10, let's say you are collaborating with any SVC in region 10, you can just send a filter here. That's a nice feedback, Nilimol. We are getting click of your mouse. It's okay. And then you can see like there are a lot of you will find all the student branch chapters in region 10. So that includes PS as well as other chapter also for PLS, sorry, all other student chapters also like PLS, RAS, and IES, like this IMB, then computer societies, and all the societies, sensor society, all those societies will get. And if you want to further filter, you can say okay, PE31, that's for PE societies. So that like that maybe a joint student branch chapter or student or chapters. Okay, so you can. Okay, so so from here you can filter out, and but this is not the way. like first you have to unclick here, and then you can just click on PE31, and then you can select all if you want all the contact details of all the SBCs, especially PES SBCs. Okay, and if you have some specific like for example you want to collaborate with Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, you can click here. Or if you want to collect with Beijing's Yangtong University, I hope we have one volunteer here also attending from China. So you just click on here, or you can collect anybody, like, okay. So you can, for example, I'm just getting on BMS college. It's again a joint SBCs, and then apply. And also you can get the full details if you just deselect all and select P31 and select all. That's also a way. Or you can also filter further by getting it into your Excel sheet as well. And then it's already selected in section this, and then you will find out all the volunteers who are there, like from advisor, chair, secretary, treasurer, vice chair, and all. So you will find out this detail. You can further download it from here, and from your cross tab. Okay, first you have to select this one, and then there is a cross tab, and then volunteer list was already by default, and download. Okay, so let's say if I'm pasting it somewhere, let me check if I'm already in the list. Okay, I'm pasting it here only. Okay, so see, by that way you will find out the information in the Excel form. And now you can connect with chair, secretary, advisor of BMS college, like you want to collaborate with them, and if any other SPCs you want to collaborate with. And similarly, you can do an hands-on at yourself if you want to connect with any chapter. Chapter means professional chapter. For example, if you need some funding support from your professional chapters, if you want some collaborations with them and you want some contact details, you can check their website. But if you're not, if let's say the websites are not active, then it's most probably they have the contact details on the OU Analytics. For that, you just have to from here reset it back, because otherwise you will not get here the options. Now, if you will see, okay, you're getting it. Okay, no, fine. You can deselect it. You can select the chapter and you can apply. As I already told you, there may be the chance like there are joint chapter at the section, you can apply both. Okay. Okay. Then yes, region 10. And now in chapter, you have to select some, for example, Bangalore section chapter, that's again, you can, if you want to collaborate with PE31 again, that's a professional chapter in Bangalore of PES. And you can go down and you can find out somewhere else. Yes, this one. That's just an example I'm giving. You can go for any other Delhi or somebody else in Beijing or Islamabad, Karachi. Let's say Karachi section you are going for and apply for this. Okay. For example, if there any Karachi section SBC want to collaborate with professional chapters, so they can connect it here, and now the section is automatically selected, and these are all the chapter representatives. You can connect with them. For example, right now I hope this is chair. So this Ishtiaq is basically the chair for right now for the professional chapters, and Zafar is the secretary, and then Muhammad, I think it's Muhammad Fazil is the treasurer, and then we have vice chair. I hope so. This guy, Muhammad, here's only reported Muhammad Ibrar Ul Haq. This guy is the vice chair. So you see, by that way, you can connect with them. And again, you have to just download cross tab. And again, the same thing, you can download it in your local system and local memory, and you can then further connect with them. Okay. So this is basically the beauty of this platform. So moving ahead for the next, so do you guys have any query? You want something else from this platform? Otherwise, I will move to the next next thing also within OU Analytics session. There are other options also you can check in. You have any queries, you can just type in. Okay. So next thing is volunteering position is all done. Now, if you want to find out some statistics about your SPCs, I'm only going through those options which are relevant to SPCs. So you just have to click on this one, map. And after clicking on map, you will reach out here. Okay. I request my team to please document this session also, and don't forget for the same. Then after reaching out, see, you can find out the geographical division of all the regions. We are in the region 10, Asia Pacific. a lot of countries like Pakistan, we have India, Nepal, China, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Indonesia. Sorry if I'll forget some names, but these all are the sessions. We have Bangladesh, we have Sri Lanka, we have so Taiwan, we have Korea, we have. So these all are basically the region 10 itself. So that's the geographical division. And further, now if you want to find out some statistics, the first statistics is all about if you want to find out the count of student and graduate student members in any region specific. For example, region is not something which is only required when you are working in any region, but this may be something you can really take part. I don't know whether I think statistics you can easily get it. So are you guys here only? Can you please type INN, please? Great. Grakshit, Taha, Swapnil, Hari, Pravakar, Azmal. Okay. What about others? Fatima, great. Minu. I also appreciate we have attendees from China and other parts of the areas. We really appreciate you are here, and we want you stay connected with us. We have WeChat group for China, and we want a strong, good volunteers from China also to locally help us to get into deep inside with and connect with the SPC leaders. We want really China should be with us, and like we want the active volunteers should take parts with PES, and we worked nicely for making SPC active in there. Thank you so much to joining here. So moving ahead for the next step, for example, now we are going for, as we belongs from PES only, I'm going for PES count of members. So I have selected society. Now I'm going to select for PES. It's a power and energy society, alphabetically arranged. This is something you do not need at this moment, but this is just for a fun. I'm just doing for you. And the next step is for you guys. Okay. Now region 10, you can check in. So from just I got stuck a question in my mind, like from the previous step, it's an assignment for you guys to find out from B-tool reporting, right? Renu has given you the how to report the events. Now you can also find out the events reported by any SBCs, and you can get the contact details of any SBC. So try to find out your nearby SBCs, their contact details, find out their event reporting statistics. If you find those SBCs are inactive, please help them and please make them self-sustainable. That's something we can want or return from you guys from this session. Okay. So after this, you can select council if you need. But I'm just only interested to get the data for region 10. Okay. These are all the sections we have. These are subsections and the grade. Let's say we are going for student and graduate student members. And then gender specific you can also take care. So now you can just click on. So we have 8,549 current student and graduate student members in region 10, and similarly you can change your grades and you can also find out. And further, if you want some specific sections, for example, if we are going for we have here from Beijing section people. So let's say, okay, from Beijing section we are applying for. So it will automatically take other settings and as well as grade as well. So there are 531 current student and graduate student member in China or in Beijing section only. Okay, so similarly you can this is just an assignment for you guys. You can check your section also and also in subsection also, and you can file the geographical area of this is for complete Beijing. Okay, this is not China, this is Beijing only. And similarly, if you want to find out any other else, like for example, I'm taking one example for let's say Sri Lanka section. You guys can do this in hands-on parallelly. Then you can find again. So Sri Lanka we have 582. Okay, it's tucked up somewhere, I guess. Section. Okay, this section is multiple selected. You can just uncheck please previous one. Okay, so see this is Sri Lanka and 51 current student and graduate student members. And then we have, you can check and uncheck. Okay. Then further for the next step, click on this chapter summary. Okay. We are already in this, and now we are in a chapter summary. So by default, it is taking all the settings from the previous one. So it's automatically taking that we are here in the Sri Lanka sections, and it gives us how many chapters. Chapters include all the kind of chapters. Chapter and joint chapter means the chapters running at the professional level, and student branch chapters means these are actually the SBCs. So it includes all in the Sri Lanka sections and for all the societies. Okay, so now we have to filter out. So for example, I want it for any other, let's say I want it for let's say for any example we will take randomly. I'm taking for, let's say, Hyderabad section somewhere, this one. Okay. Now in Hyderabad section, I want SBC count, not professional chapters. And then okay, so that's fine. Here you can filter out, and in chapter also I want only PES. So my question here is actually how many PES SBCs are there in Hyderabad? So it will give me answer. There are 33 SBCs running in Hyderabad right now. So similarly, you can find out different statistics. And next is another tab is all about the count. So it will take automatically all the settings that in Hyderabad section in SBCs. And especially in the PES SBCs, how many members we have. So these are all the SBCs in Hyderabad except zero count with zero count. Okay. So and these are PES SBCs, and these are their corresponding student and graduate student members. So here we have 72. Similarly, here we have 52 student members and 3 graduate student members. And like this also 23 student members and 1 graduate student members. So this is the statistics you can find out for your student branch also. Select the section, select the society, and then you can find out your SBC name also here somewhere. Okay, that's also an exercise for you guys. So that's all for this session. If you guys have any query, we will take for next 2 to 3 minutes. Otherwise, we will drop down. We have also one tab from where we will find the retention percentage as well. And that retention percentage means how many student members you are able to retain. That's really very important, especially for HPSVC 2024. And from there, we will get the percentage, and then based upon that, your funding is also dispersed. That's also one of the criteria, and the most valued one criteria out of other criterias. So what are the other criterias? How much priority is given for the membership as well this time? That is to be covered up in the sessions tomorrow, HPSPCP 2024 and new scoring rubrics. That's going to be covered by Edwith, and you will get more information in that session only. So if you guys have any query, you can just type in chat box. Okay. It's really great. Okay, thank you so much. Over to Irene and Vinit, Siddhi.
Thank you, Rishi and Renu, for the valuable information provided to our SBC officers. Now, Dr. Vineet Vijayan, IEEE Professional Chapter and SBC Liaison, and our distinguished speaker for the day, who will enlighten us on the various forms of support available from the professional chapters to the student chapters in Region 10. This session will cover this distinguished lecture program, funding opportunities, and request processes. Over to you, Vineet.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for introducing me, and thank you, Rishi, for giving me this opportunity. I would like to share my presentation. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's visible.
Yeah, so with this program, The PES Student Chapters Committee Region 10 would like to let you know the opportunities which the PES is providing to all of us, and what are the ways with which we can harvest the best out of these opportunities. That is also being informed to you, and uh, I thank and congratulate Rishi for hosting this event, and also to SEC. So you might be aware that IEEE PES offers a lot of benefits for all of us, especially for student members. The most important benefit is the access to technical contents. IEEE PES produces a lot of high quality technical publications for all of us to learn from. PES helps us to build networks. PES gives a lot of opportunities to develop our skills. It gives us a lot of professional exposure. A lot of awards and scholarships are being offered by PES. And we can participate in a lot of global contests also. Rishi, am I visible?
Yeah, no, you are not visible. It seems to be like black in front of you. Yeah, now it's fine.
And the background is changed, which you have shared.
Background is something, it's not like that one that I have shared with you, but it's fine. Like you can go
Okay,
ahead.
I'll try to
And
change.
also
Yeah,
your
fine.
slides are not moving. It's only on at slide number 2.
Technical issues. Is it fine?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay. So these are the benefits which are provided by IEEE PES when you become member. A lot of other benefits are also there, but these are the key benefits which we get. But we can also take part in providing these benefits to our fellow members by organizing a lot of events. So in this presentation, I was asked to let you know how do you attract the funding from professional chapters. Uh, but I'm just elaborating this presentation to let you know what are the best practices in organizing events. It includes how to attract funding from different resources, especially being a student run chapter office bearer, we have limitations in directly communicating with funding agencies. So how do we attract fundings, and how do we organize a good quality event? What are in general, what are the good practices followed to organize good events of PES? That is something which I'm going to convey you. So yeah. In general, I mean, PES hosts a lot of networking events. It supports 30 plus conferences annually. Big conferences are like PES TND conference and exposition, general meeting, Grid conference and exposition, ISGT's Asia Pacific Power and Energy Engineering Conference, lot of workshops, competitions, and then coming down to regional section level and then SBC level, we host a lot of networking opportunities, right? So uh, in the lowest level, that means the smallest geo unit levels, how do we attract funding? How do we organize good quality events? So uh, first and foremost thing in organizing any event is to have a nice plan. And see, we know that PES, Power and Energy Society, is a technical society. When we are having IEEE student branch, IEEE student branch is a technical association, but still it is a general association. But when we come to PES, PES is a highly technical association dedicated for power engineering, right? So whenever we are hosting an event under the brand of PES, it should have relevant technical content. I agree that we need to organize training programs, leadership programs, professional development programs, uh, everything. But um, but to attract funding from sponsorship from other funding agencies, technical events are highly preferred. So we can have technical events plus professional development sessions in common events, but technical technical things should be highlighted. And this plan should be prepared well ahead of the proposals. Then only we will get enough time to attract funding. Otherwise, in a quick time when we are sending the proposals to different funding agencies, they may not even have time to review that. Right? So, and usually there is a belief that shortly organized events are not of good quality. So we should have a nice plan well ahead of the proposed time. Second thing, the proposal should be discussed in the executive committee, in SBC executive committee, and should undergo rigorous discussion. We have to involve the ideas and suggestions from every member in the executive committee. Then only it will have a validity, right? Otherwise, the SBC chair is deciding, okay, next month I am going to host, or we are going to host a workshop on smart grids. No, we have to be very specific. We have to incorporate the ideas of every member involved in the executive. The executive committee should approve the proposal. Then have a good discussion with the SBC advisor. There is where the first professional involvement is happening. Not, involvement is happening. And that will help us to improve the proposal in a professional way, because usually SBC advisor would be a faculty member or a professional, right, employee, right? They have a lot of experiences and they can give good advices also. So enough discussions with SBC advisor should happen before your proposal come to the outside world of your university. SBC advisor may hold discussions with SB counselor if required. That is, how PES SBC is connected with IEEE SB. Depending on that, SBC advisor will hold discussions, but advisor should be the first point of contact to organize a PES event in the SBC. Then for every event, we need a budget statement, a clear budget statement, which should be transparent, which should ensure that unnecessarily we won't spend money. Before sending the proposal, that assurance is very much required. Right? Generally, I have seen some proposals this year from some SBCs, just writing volunteer charges, $200. So this is not very specific. What is volunteer charges? How you are going to? Are they usually volunteers are not paid? So are you giving some incentive to the volunteers? That is not a right way of writing the proposal. And if such proposals are coming to chapter level, they will reject that proposal. So that is where the involvement of advisor is important. Budget statement, that is very essential to attract funding. Then after making the first draft, revise it, again discuss it as much discussions as required, it should be done. Then sometimes the budget is within the SBC scope. SBC would have attracted high performance student branch chapter awards. Some SBCs would have attracted a lot of funding through that based on the last year programs. They may have their own funding. So how much funding you can utilize for this program? So SBC's involvement in the budget, that should be highlighted before it is sent to the chapter chair. Basically, PES expects these programs should be self-organized in terms of financial aspects, but still some good quality events, SBCs may not be having enough fundings to host it. So, but at least some funding. Without anything, if you are sending a proposal, it may not be accepted by the higher levels. So how much expense you can bear, what are the resources you can attract funding from, that should be highlighted in the budget statement. Then with that draft proposal, approach the chapter chair. Chapter chair here indicates, throughout this presentation, I have used chapter chair for the section chapter, professional chapter in the section level. Chapter chair is a term I used here. So approach the chapter chair via SBC advisor. There the communication should be between the professional people, right? Professional people. SBC advisor will send an email with this draft to the chapter chair and a request for technical support as well as financial support. So SBC advisor, chapter chair, and then the organizing chair, probably a student. If it is a student organized event, then the organizing chair can be a student. So they can have an online discussion about the proposal. Now, let me tell you. Chapter chairs. So my duty is to highlight how professional chapters can support the events, right? Chapters are also receiving funds via High Performance Chapter Award annually, similar to how High Performance Student Branch Chapter Awards. In a similar way, professional chapters also receive some dollars. That is not a very huge amount when we are considering the fact that we have to host this, we have to use this funding to cater the needs of every student branch chapter in that chapter under that section, and also for the events directly organized by the section chapter. Right? When we distribute that amount, it may not be that great to host some good quality events. But how professional chapters can help you in organizing good quality events? Chapter chair initially verifies if the event is within the budget constraints of the section chapter. The chapter has some funding already, so whether they can allocate some funds from that. They might have already allocated some funds for some events. They would have organized their own events. Annual general meeting should be organized for that chapter. So funding should be utilized there, right? So initially, chapter chair verifies that budget, and is it possible to allocate some funds for your event? That is initially evaluated, and then chapter chair can help you to attract funds from outside. How? Initially, the event should be technically approved by the chapter. For example, I belong to IEEE UP section in India in region 10. So IEEE UP section, if it is approving a proposal given by IIT Kanpur student branch chapter, then it is a combined event. It is not a student branch chapter event alone. It is also in association with IEEE UP section Power and Energy Society chapter. So now funding can be sought by the chapter, also by the SBC. So we can attract funding from outside. So of course, we will have some registration charges, but the biggest source of funding for any event hosted in institute level, in my experience, is the sponsorship. So if we have a good quality event proposal, plus if we have support from a bigger entity, for example, here IEEE UP section is supporting that event, I have a better chance of getting sponsorship. Big industries can support my event. So that is the biggest advantage when we join the professional chapters. Then chapter chair can seek funding from headquarters also through proper route. So what is the proper route? I will let you know. Also, when you are organizing the events, look at the active funding calls. One such funding call is member-driven initiatives. Member-driven initiatives is a PES headquarters supported funding up to 2000 USD. 2000 USD is a good amount, and the advantage what we get is when PES headquarters is supporting our event, easily we can attract sponsorships because it is a headquarter PES supported event, right? We had experiences. We organized one training program on real-time simulators in 2018, which was supported by IEEE PES MDI. So we got 3000 USD funding from MDI, and when PES funded the event, we got more sponsorship than we anticipated. Okay, so you should have an eye on the active funding calls and apply through professional chapter chairs with the approval of professional chapter chairs. So there is a assurance that these funds are not used, right? Chapter chair is ascertaining that. So with the help of chapter chair, advisor or chair can apply for MDI funds. Chapter chairs can discuss the proposal with zonal or regional leaders. So what is a zone? What is a region? So we belong to region 10. Region 10 is for the operational benefits or operational easiness. The region 10 is divided to 5 zones. Okay, so every zone is having a zonal coordinator. Right? So chapter chairs usually meet together. All chapter chairs in a zone meet together on an online platform every 2 weeks. Right. So during that meeting, chapter chairs can discuss the proposals. The meeting is for that. The events happening in their chapters can be discussed. So they can present your event proposal there, and zonal representative and regional representative will also evaluate whether this is worth funding or worth organizing. Right? Chapter chairs can discuss with other chapter chairs and organize a combined event also with other chapter chairs also. Sometimes one particular chapter may not have funds or may not have remaining funds. So what he can do, he can discuss with the other chapter chairs. He can tell that from one SBC, I got a good technical event proposal. Now I would like to host that, but I do not have a funding. So what can I do? I can combine with your chapter, and it will be beneficial for the SBCs all over this area. So shall we host a combined event? Let us divide it. Then in that way also you can get the funds. Chapter chair can seek section support. That is another way of attracting funds. IEEE section, for example, IEEE Uttar Pradesh section can support IEEE PES UP chapters events. Right? So chapter chair can seek section support also. If the proposal is really great, funding can directly be requested from the headquarters. I have seen a couple of funding proposals for big conferences hosted by some chapters. So chapter chairs can discuss in zonal level or in region level and then forward that request to the headquarters and attract funds from the headquarters. If bigger entities are involved, more funding resources can be attracted. Right? But all depends on the quality of proposal. The proposal should be of good quality. So involve professional people there while you make a proposal. Just for a normal seminar or talk, don't apply for funds from the headquarters and all. Try to secure funds in a local way from registration or from local sponsorship. But after you organize a few events of good quality in a smaller way, with that experience, you can give a proposal. And in MDI proposal, I have seen a question which is asking whether you have organized similar events or other events in your SBC earlier on your geo unit. So those will also be considered towards your ability to host bigger events. Right? And if you are asking for funds from outside your institute or your SBC, the organizing committee should involve other people also. Whomever is funding, you should have at least one person from there. Why I'm saying so? Because that gives us more transparency, right? The money is not misused. That is the important thing in every funding. So organizing committee, you just involve a person from those entities in your organizing committee. And of course, when you're organizing the event, organizing committee meeting happens. That time budget will be discussed, how money can be utilized, that will be discussed, and how, after completing the event also, the expense report can be presented. So that will give us a trust. Next year also, you can attract more funding from these organizations. Then host the people well for the event with good quality technical events, give them good training, let them be happy in whatever you are providing, document every session, and keep this for every expense. Immediately after the event, prepare an event report and expense report. Discuss it in your executive committee meeting first, get the approval, discuss with the SBC advisor, and ensure that there is no irregularity in the spending. Forward the reports to the chapter chair, professional chapter chair. Once you have approved everything, he will also evaluate it. After approval in these levels, forward the reports to all funding agencies. And sometimes you may get the funding in the form of reimbursement. So you can get those reimbursement also. So this is the general things involved in organizing PES events in SBC levels. If you want to attract the funding, these are the opportunities right now. But active funding calls come. Sometimes chapters can give funding calls. Sometimes headquarters can give funding calls. So just visit the social media pages and websites, relevant websites, and attract the funds. But involve people, have proper communication. So, and together, when you are organizing events, easily you can get the funds. May not be directly funding from these GOs, IEEE or PES, but from outside also. When we organize events together with the help of higher level GO units, we get a lot of funds from the sponsorship. Industries will sponsor, other organizations can sponsor, other organizations can collaborate. So these are the general best practices involved in organizing the events. So this was the first part which I was supposed to do. Next one is Distinguished Lecturer Program. Distinguished Lecturer Program is actually not meant for SBCs. Now also it is not directly meant for SBCs. It's a flagship event of IEEE and Energy Society. Flagship program. It's not an event. I'm sorry for that typo. It's a flagship program. Every society has that program, and PES is also hosting that event. PES has a collection of or a group of highly reputed technocrats and academicians and researchers in power and energy domain as distinguished lecturers, right? And they deliver the lecturer. So it's a resource hub of high quality technical people, and DLP is a completely technical program. Okay. And PES funds the DLPs. These programs are funded by PES, and certain conditions are there, except local expenses. So the objective of DLP program um, uh, is to share the expertise of highly reputed people, or to the interested people in power and energy domain, right? And these are not hosted by SBCs. These events are hosted by professional chapters. So SBCs can, how SBCs can host this event? There is no other way than seeking support um, from professional chapters. Professional chapter chair or the office bearers who is authorized to do that should request a DLP approval, right? And the event, there is a form for that. After filling the form, section chapter chair will forward that form to the DLP coordinator, and DLP coordinator should approve that event. So first the topic should be decided, and the speaker should also be decided. You should approach the speaker whether he is or she is available to deliver the DLP, and the date should be finalized. If it is an offline event, if it is an online event, the required logistic aspect should be taken care. And then you should also approach the DLP coordinator for the approval. There is a dedicated email ID provided on the website given here. And you means a professional chapter chair should approve, should approach the DLP coordinator, and approval should be granted. And after getting the approval, the event can be hosted. But BCs can ask the professional chapter chair, sir, we are willing to host a DLP in this chapter. So can we host the event? Or SBCs, a few SBCs can together host one event in one city in your region. So that is possible, but everything should be done through the professional chapters. So earlier it was an offline event, but after COVID time, it becomes online also. And nowadays, online events are preferred because of many benefits due to that. I mean, it's not meant for SBCs, but I'm just letting you know about this program. It's a very good program. Every chapter should host one or two in every year. We are requesting in our region, in zonal meetings also, we are requesting the chapter chairs to host DLPs so that our students will be benefited, professionals will be benefited. These are highly reputed people in the domain. So their knowledge is invaluable, right? So the details can be found from this website also. But one thing, a new initiative uh, for the students in Region 10. I'm just letting you know, we have already launched this program, that is SELP program. SELP stands for Zonal Expert Lecturer Pool. So I told you that the region is divided into 5 zones for the operational benefits. So each zone is going to create a pool of expert lecturers, experts in different domains, emerging domains in power engineering field, electric vehicles, cyber security aspects, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, then the legacy power system related topics. So we are going to create a pool of expert lecturers, and using that pool of high quality people, different programs are being planned. One of them is something similar to DLP in zonal levels. Okay. So another program is internship programs. Another program is blended learning program. So the pool of people are capable of delivering it, right? So DLPs are basically accessible for SBs, accessible for professional chapters, whereas self-based programs are meant for SBCs. We have already launched the pilot program of internship program. You know that in India, uh, uh, engineering curriculum for all engineering students should undergo a mandatory internship program. So catering towards that need, we launched this internship program with the help of Hyderabad chapter and Vizag Bay chapter in the West Zone. And for about 4 weeks, we have given training for students, engineering students of 3 engineering colleges on solar PV technologies. And MOU is signed with the participating institutes, and students are required to be PES members. And this is completely free. You don't need to pay for this internship, and it will cater to the mandatory requirement of academic learning body AICTE. And what is the best benefit? It betters the industry academia and engagements and collaborations. And PES also grows with that. We got more than 10% growth in Hyderabad membership count just because of this event. So this program is officially, I mean, the pilot was launched, but on a full scale, there should be the pool should be constituted. So we are working on that. Very soon we will convey how you can access this pool and how you can host these pool-based programs. So these are something which I want to convey. If you have any questions, I can answer that. Thank you so much. Rishi?
Thank you, Vineet. Over to Irene and Siddhi.
Yes, Rishi. Thank you so much, Dr. Vineet, for your insightful comments and thoughts. Next, Muzamile Khasi, SBC's coordinator at IEEE Regent and PES Student Chapters Committee, will share his valuable insights on how to run PES student-run chapters effectively and the measures for SWOT analysis. Over to you, Khasi.
Hi everyone, can you please confirm me, am I audible and whether this thing shared? So, am I audible?
Yeah, Kazi, your voice is a little bit not clear. Can you please try something?
Homeless.
Okay.
Can you please confirm me now?
Okay, you can go ahead. No worry.
Hi everyone, this is Muzammil Ahmed Qazi. I am a member at IEEE Region 10 SEC, and also I am serving as a chair at IEEE Youth Student Branch Chapter. And today is our presentation topic is how to run a best SPC effectively. So I will share my personal experience, a little bit insights about IEEE SPCs, how they are run and how they are effectively used. So starting, I have divided my presentation in four sections. First introduction. I will start with the mission of IEEE PES. Then we will know the basics, what is actually a student branch chapter. And the second chapter is about the role of SPCs, in which I have discussed some about awareness of IEEE and technical societies, how these SPCs help us regarding awareness, professional development, networking, leadership skills, and community engagement. And the third part is the main part, which is the crux of this presentation, running a SPC effectively, and which I have discussed some of the effective strategies of SPCs and the tips of volunteers as far as I have observed experience to learn from my seniors regarding the volunteering. And the third part is of these which are advised to us by the IEEE PES. And the last portion is about why PES SPCs, what are the opportunities within the PES SPCs, and how the PES SPCs stand out from other SPCs. So let's start. We know this we leading provider of scientific and engineering information on electric power and energy for the betterment of society, and the preferred professional development source for our members. And now the question is who will carry out this mission? And this is the job of us, the student branch chapter's job to carry out this IEEE PES mission in our respective institutes, universities, and our sections. So now coming to the basic of the student branch chapter. A student branch chapter is basically a student-run branch affiliated with IEEE, which is facilitator for undergraduate and graduate students to carry out their respective activities at grassroots level, while best SPCs are for those who are pursuing degrees related to electrical engineering, power engineering, and other related fields related to power and energy field. Now the SPCs are organized within educational institutes and offer students the opportunity to engage in various technical and professional activities, connect with their peers and mentors, and participate in projects and events related to IEEE and its society and society's technical areas. So now the question is why these SPCs are important. What is the role of these SPCs? The first and foremost role of these SPCs is that awareness of IEEE and technical society. These SPCs raise awareness among students about the benefits of being an IEEE member and the resources offered by IEEE and its technical societies like IEEE PES, and likewise we have other societies as well. And for the PES, we will raise awareness about power and energy field. Similarly, and SPCs also help us regarding the professional development. SPCs provide students with valuable opportunities to enhance their professional development. They offer workshops, seminars, and training sessions on technical and career-related topics, helping students acquire practical skills and knowledge. And these Okay, thank you. And these SPCs also help us regarding the networking. SPCs facilitate networking among students, faculty members, and industry professionals. This networking can lead to mentorship, job opportunities, and collaborations on research projects. In nutshell, we can say this is the career path for these SPCs are career path for the students and graduate student members. And leadership skills, one of the main and important role of SPCs, SPCs serving in leadership roles within SPC, like an officer or committee member, help students to develop leadership, communication, and project management skills that are valuable in their future careers. SPCs are often engaged in outreach and community services as well, promoting STEM education and making a positive impact on local community by the charity work and humanitarian efforts. SPC also offers many humanitarian funding as well. Now, this is the main part of our presentation, running SPC effectively.
Excuse me,
In
Kazi.
the start, we will start with the effective.
Excuse me, Kazi. Yeah, Rishi this side. Can you please switch your audio to your mobile phone or something like that? And like your audio is little bit not clear. Is it possible for
Okay,
you?
I'm coming from the yes, yes, I will.
Okay, you can join through your phone and audio from your phone, and like your presentation can be through your desktop. Because we do not want to miss your slides. Your slides has a lot of information, and I hope that will really help all the SVC leaders. Meanwhile, we will take some queries from the attendees if they have for the previous sessions. And if they have any feedback, they can type in the chat box just for 3-4 minutes. Meanwhile, the Kazi will join through the phone. Okay. So can you just give us a short feedback about the today's sessions? YNN, how you like it or you not like it? YNN, please. Is it boring or something like that? You can keep in all these things in N, and if it's okay for you, then you can type in Y. That's a short feedback for us. And if something you want to really add in, any new sessions other than the already decided in the agenda, you can just let us know. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. We want this feedback from everyone, if possible. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we will share tomorrow also a Google form to you guys for the feedback, and please give us your feedback, because I already told you the feedback has the part to start some new initiatives. And for Tushar's query, can I get the PPT copies? You will get all the PPTs. And
Am I audible now?
yeah, you are audible. You are audible. I'm just
Okay,
answering.
so
I'm just
yes, yes,
answering to a
please
query.
continue.
Like, okay, you guys will get the PPT. And we will try to upload this on our SCC website itself, below the virtual training platform page only, and we will let you know through WhatsApp groups we have, or through our like all the handles or the mail IDs that you have provided on the registration page. Thank you so much. Hey, Kazi, over to you. You can go ahead. Seems to be like now your voice is a little bit clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we were discussing the running a SPC effectively. So I have derived in 3 sections. That is effective strategies for SPCs, and the tips for volunteers, and the best practices of SPCs. So starting with the running an SPC effectively, what are the essential strategies and requirements which we SPCs need to follow? First and foremost, we have to plan and organize events that align with society's goal and mission. And that is why I started my presentation with the mission of IEEE PES, to know what our actual mission is for PES SPCs. And second is, we have to foster a sense of community and collaboration among members through our regular meetings and social events. And that can be achieved by increasing, and that can be achieved by if we increase our collaborations with other SPCs, local IEEE sections, for networking as well. Remember one thing, in volunteering, you cannot force anyone, but what you have to do is that you have to inspire. That is the, I can say, that is the formula of volunteering, to take work from others, your peers, that you cannot force anyone, you have to inspire others to do work, of volunteer work. Another is, we have to establish a strong relationship with industry professionals and seek out opportunities for mentorship and networking. And this can be achieved by, if we can attend IEEE and IEEE press conferences and events to network with professionals. This will be a good chance for us to network with them. And as well as, we have to bring them as guest speakers or experts to share insights in our activities, whatever we are organizing in our respective student branch chapters. We have to maintain open communication with our members and encourage feedback to continuously improve a student chapter's performance, because these members are an integral part of our SPCs, and these are the ones through whom we can achieve milestones. And we have to develop strategies to recruit new members and retain existing ones, and that can be achieved by highlighting them the benefits of IEEE membership and SPC participation. And this is actually what we are doing in here, this virtual training program. You can organize such membership drives or events in your respective SPCs as well. And we have also to develop a sustainability plan to ensure the continued success of a growth of your SPC beyond your turn. That means, being a leader, if you are SPC leader, you have to mentor and prepare the next generation of SPC leaders as well from your team, so that the smooth execution of activities and running of your SPCs could be continued, and it not be dependent on any person. It can work as a whole organization. And this is the most important thing, which we have to develop a strong online presence through our social media and chapter website. Website as well, not mandatory, but to increase visibility and attract new members. What we can share in our social media is to highlight the achievements of our success stories of our SPCs. We can also showcase the positive impact of our SPC making in community and among its members. This is the best way to attract the new members because through the social media visibility. Now, the second part is tips for volunteers. And this is as far as I have experienced in my little IEEE journey and what I have learned from my leaders, my mentors, and those other my fellow volunteers whom I have worked with. So first of all, the important thing is to develop leadership skills, because being a volunteer, you have to take the charge and you have to develop the leadership skills, and especially patience. Patience is one of the most important thing, and I consider patience as a subset of leadership. So other is that remember the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. This is a simple rule, means the way you want to be treated by others, please treat them others as well, because this is another common rule is that give respect and take respect. If you work politely with your team and with collaboration and with their and mutual respect, then you can it will create a very positive environment and you can achieve many things. Other is you also need to set an example for the volunteers that work with you. Remember, they aren't getting paid. As I have earlier told, that you have to inspire, not force. In volunteering, you have to inspire. You cannot force anyone. And learn to project your voice so people know you are talking to them and what you are saying. That means you must have a clarity in your points whenever you are talking with your team. When you are mentioning your team, pointing out your team, there must be clarity in your uh, objectives and whatever you are telling to them, and admit when you are wrong, because we all are learners here. This is not something professional in our professional career organization. So we all are lifelong learners, and learning is the most important skill for a leadership for leaders. So admit when you are wrong. There is nothing harm in this. And if you are seeing any such kind of thing which you don't like, an uncertain and unwanted action or opinion, so don't criticize in private, praise in public. This is the most important rule. Never criticize in private and praise in public. This is an important rule for leaders, and it will be more fun and of course profitable as well for you if your volunteer work leads to long-term friendships, collaboration, and references. What else we need if we find a good friends through this IEEE and volunteers? And I have also find one of the many good friends through this IEEE. Likewise, we the IEEE PES R10 SEC. There are some of the very talented and very nice guys that I have met ever, and it's a great learning experience for me as well. Because first of all, I was SPC leader, then coming to this SEC and meeting such new people, it was complete a learning experience, nothing else. And the other tips for volunteer is to delegate jobs to other people. Means you have to provide them ownership. If you will give them ownership, they will take responsibility. And the important thing is that don't use up or burn out your volunteers. I have already mentioned that in volunteerism, you cannot force anyone. You have to inspire others. So don't burn out your volunteers. They are not getting paid. And also don't burn out yourself. You have to delegate your jobs to other people. That means you have to give them ownership. You have to give them ownership so that they can take responsibility. And this can be achieved by finding ways to bring people into leadership positions. Now we have to know what you think is right, but recognize that there are many other perspectives and points of views as well. This is a very common point, and recognition and award can be a very way to motivate members and develop leadership skills, because everyone loves recognition. A simple verbal compliment even can go a long way and help to create a positive environment. And now these are the some best practices for PES student branch chapters. This I have derived from our president, Ms. Jessica Bian's presentation. So these are the some common best practices which if SPCs will act on, other on, they can get a very good response in their activities as well. You have to organize a session for first year students. Or you have to organize orientation sessions for your first year students when school start. I can say even 2-minute orientation as well. We can give a IEEE PES overview at the beginning of every meeting. We can also a 2-minute PES orientation is very important, and that is why I also started my meeting with the orientation of IEEE PES mission. So if in your SPC you are organizing any event, start with the overview of IEEE and PES and its missions as well, to train the neurons of the volunteers and your members regarding the actual work of IEEE and PES. You can also set up registration desk for new members at every meeting. And monthly membership drive event. These are also very important. Membership drive events are very important to recruit new members and retain the members as well. Annual and all local store branch chapters meet is very important to gather all your members because it will give them a sense of ownership, as well as I have earlier discussed, that to gather them all at one platform, you can network with each other, you can collaborate with each other. Uh, you even I can say it will be a great opportunity for all of guys. And third point is not what customary in our region 10. We can get sponsorship from schools for membership dues and other needs. Well, this is not something what customary in our region, particularly I can say region 10 like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, this. But there is no harm in trying. If we can try, if we can get such things, then well and good. This will be a good opportunity for all of us. An annual PES alumni meet. It is also very important to treat those who have run your SPC previously, to call them and to learn from them. It will be a great learning experience for all of us to call them and learn whatever they have faced and how they tackle the challenges. So it will be a great learning experience for all of us guys, all of the SPC leaders. Now our main point is why PES SPCs? What thing makes what PES makes stand out from other student branch chapters? What PES offers, which is best for student branch chapters? So these are some opportunities within IEEE PES. The first and foremost is our HPSPCP program. The IEEE Power and Energy Society provides annual funding to the PES student branch chapters to carry out activities supporting their local members through the high performing student branch chapter program. It recognizes the success of your PES SPC, provides funding to organize more activities, and it also helps to evaluate the health of the PES SPC, and we can evaluate the efficiency and effectiveness of your PES SPCs by such programs. HPSPC program. It also provides a channel for you, the PES SPC leaders, to provide feedback to the PES leadership. You even there are some options. If any one of you guys have filled any PES SPC, PES HPSPC application, you would have noticed there were some kind of questions in which you have to provide the feedback regarding your voluntary role and your SPC. And other is PES MDI. The IEEE Power and Energy Society Governing Board has allocated funding for member-driven initiatives. The funding is open to all PES members, chapters, and committees. Applications will be evaluated for the funding by the selection committee. The selection committee will give preferences to the initiatives that contain some and the all following common points, which are the initiative must be fit for the PES mission, and number of the PES members impacted, benefits of the industry members, focus on students and young professionals engagement, and benefits female members and or increase female memberships in PES, because the IEEE PES is very diverse and inclusive society. So PES membership recruitment and retention, public outreach to promote the field of electrical power, energy, and the mission. And other is PES HTPDI by PES. One thing to add, I think the PES MDI call is still open till 31st October. So any one of you guys can apply for it, MDI event. You can check it, and I think it's open until the 31st of October, and the event can be executed until 31st December, means in this current following year. Next is we have IEEE PES HTPDI by PES HEC. IEEE PES Humanitarian Technology Project Design and Implementation 2023. This is a PES initiative involving humanitarian technology and sustainable development that will inspire the participants to leave a long-lasting impact in the surroundings. The fit of the initiative to the PES mentioned, any project related to the broad areas of power and energy, which involves humanitarian technology and sustainable development, can be chosen for the funding up to $2,000. And the topics includes about this PES HEC HTPDI proposal is renewable energy sources, renewable integration, climate change, AI and ML applications in PES HEC, smart grid, smart city, AI and ML applications in power and energy, smart building, smart campus, net zero grid, grid resilience, new energy sources, and smart machines. These are the mm, topics.
Yeah, Kazi, your voice is
SBCs
breaking. Hello.
Hello,
Now it's fine. Now it's fine.
it's fine.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay, thank you. So these are some of the ongoing opportunities from PES SCEC R10. As it is already discussed by Rishi, and all the previous the PES MDI and HTPTI are also discussed in our later presentations of HTPTI. So I am just giving a brief overview. So this Spark has been already overviewed by Rishi in his slides. So IEEE R10 PES Student Chapter Committee has come up with the initiative Spark with the aim to enhance technical knowledge and in-depth conceptual understanding of power and energy sectors and motivate IEEE PES student and graduate student members of R10 to explore the career options in these areas. Also, through this initiative, multiple PES species of different sections got the opportunity to collaborate on a single event and learn from them working and management skills. So the main object of this Spark is to gather all the PES species working out with IEEE PES R10 SEC. So we can have a great, we can evaluate their performance, and if they will collaborate with IEEE PES SCC R10, it will be a good option for them to be selected in our future R10 leaders meets and such kind of opportunities as well. And this was the overall my presentation. Thank you very much. And if there are some question answers, you can ask. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kasi. I hope there aren't any questions from the audience. So we'll move on to the next part. Mazana Armstrong, advisor to the IEEE PES Student Chapters Committee 2023 and Secretary-elect of IEEE Power and Energy Society, will share insights on empowering future volunteers in the IEEE community. She is the Division Manager of Transmission Stations Engineering at BZ Hydro. We are extremely privileged to have her here for today's session. Over to you, Mazana. Hello. I hope I'm audible. Ma'am, I think we shall start with the session.
Masana, we are not able to hear you actually. Your voice is not audible, please. We are not still able to hear you. Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, now it's fine, ma'am.
Okay, my sorry, my headphones were not working. I apologize. Right. So I see it's my time to present. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is time for you, for your presentation.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Have I joined the main presentation now?
Yeah, you can share your presentation. I request Window to please switch off your presentation.
Okay. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me really well. Right. Okay. Just opening the presentation, my apology. Right. Okay, so while I'm opening my presentation, maybe you can just quickly tell me how many people we have online and where are they joining us from?
Okay, right now we have 42 presenters, 42 attendees, sorry, from all over region 10 PSSPCs right now.
Nice. Okay, great. All right, so just do this. Oops. Yeah, for some strange reason, I've been having issues. I've been working on this for almost 40 minutes and I'm just having some computer issues this morning. I apologize for that. Oh wow. Okay. Right. Okay, I think I am almost there. So I will do share. Share. Hopefully you can see my screen. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, now it's visible, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic. I know it's the afternoon in most of Region 10, I presume. So good afternoon, everyone. It's an early morning here where I am in Vancouver, Canada. And it is my great pleasure to be here with you. I hope at some point in the future we can have an in-person event, in-person training. I know Region 10 is so large. It is difficult to gather everyone in one room, so virtual is really the best way to go. And thank you very much for the invitation. My official title is the Student Chapter Committee Advisor, and I wanted today to tell you a story of building a volunteer team, building a volunteer organization, inspiring and empowering your fellow volunteers and creating great events that are remembered for generations to come. So along this journey of learning through this presentation, I hope at the end of it, you will have some great ideas how to maybe do things differently or come up with some new ideas for your chapters, and also to remind you all that involving with your local section is so important as well. And as you grow as a volunteer and you graduate from your school and you find your first job, that it's really worthwhile staying with the IEEE and Power and Energy Society for your career, really for your entire career. So sound check again. Now I'm going into my main slide, so hopefully everyone can hear me. Excellent, I see thumbs up. Perfect. So I want to I'm not sure if I was introduced because I did not have any audio prior to this. So I'm not going to talk about my professional bio, but I want to show you a few things about me and my volunteer experience. I started volunteering for IEEE in the local chapter and local section here in Vancouver. And I started in early 2000, and that was, well, now over 20 years ago. And I did different duties, different volunteer duties, like I was in charge in organizing different events, and I was also in charge of doing interviews with our local members and so on. And then in 2005, I became the chapter chair. I was still a graduate student at that time, so you can be a chapter chair of professional chapter and actually hold any other volunteer positions while you're a graduate student. And then in 2007, I was elected as the secretary of the IEEE Vancouver section. After that, I was the treasurer, or all extremely important experiences that will help you later on in your volunteer career. And then in 2010, I was the vice chair of the section. And in 2011, I became the chair. And 2011 was a very special year for IEEE Vancouver section. It was the year when we celebrated 100 years of IEEE in Vancouver. So that's not the existence of the big IEEE, it's specifically in Vancouver. After I finished my terms of volunteering with the local IEEE chapter and section, I became an IEEE Power and Energy Society officer. And again, I held multiple roles. I was the electronic communications chair for a while. I was the Region 7, which is Canada, representative for a while. And then I became the Region 1 to 7 representative. So that's the US and Canada. I held that position for about 3-4 years. And during that same time, when I was Region 1 to 7 representative, I was also chairing the largest annual IEEE Power and Energy Society conference, which is called General Meeting. I know for our Region 10 young volunteers like yourselves, it's difficult to come to the general meeting. It's usually held in the US. In 2013, we were lucky to have it here in Canada. And it's about, about 3,000 people attending this conference annually. And then in 2018, I became the vice president for chapters, among other things, also leading the student chapter organization. So I'm very, very passionate about students and young professionals and how we can encourage them to, volunteer, to contribute to our society. And there's so many ways of doing that. And this is new. It's very fresh news that it was recently announced I was elected as the 2024-2025 IEEE Power and Energy Society Secretary. And I'm very happy about that. Definitely staying longer with the governing board, and I look forward to obviously seeing all of you at some point in the future. So aside from this, my day job is with BC Hydro. Please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and say hi. And yes, I have my career bio there, so I'm not going to talk more about it. On the right-hand side, it's my picture from 12 years ago when we celebrated the centennial, and some of the events that we created during that time were for students at our local universities. And so this presentation is really a journey of starting the planning for a major celebration event and empowering really our members and to join us as volunteers, to help us with those preparations, to attend our events, and to celebrate with us. So I wanted to take you through the journey of how that was done, and also to share with you what I believe are the most important things that you as a leader in your student branch chapter can do to encourage and involve other students from your university to help you out, put some really major events, and learn through those events. And all of those leadership skills will be very, very helpful to you going into the future in your professional career as well as in your IEEE PES career. So first and foremost, this is where I get really inspired, is by looking back at the history of electricity. I am just trying to, I don't know where my my slides disappeared. It's interesting. So I was actually hoping, okay. Sorry, I just cannot see my notes, so this is why I'm a little bit trying to fix it. I apologize if okay, so I will just bring this down. Okay, perfect. I think this is going to work. Okay. Can you still see my screen? Hopefully. All right. So all I wanted to is to get to my notes, because I have some extra notes on these specific slides that I wanted to share with you, because this is something that may be of interest of you sharing with your members at the events that you attend. So IEEE Power and Energy Society, or our industry, really began as an American Institute of Electrical Engineers in 1884. So Power and Energy Society is the oldest part of IEEE. There's really no doubt about that. In 1963, IEEE joined with the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers to form what is called today IEEE. So over those, 120-30 years, many sections and chapters were formed worldwide. And I just wanted to remind everyone on who were the founders of IEEE. So nothing we need to say about Nikola Tesla. I think we all know who he is. And then Edison and Thomas and Houston, all very, very famous names. For those of you who may not know this, so Edison, Thomson, and Houston, their companies eventually merged into what's called General Electric. So that company obviously exists still today. They're one of the giants of our manufacturing industry. And then for Edward Weston, his company and himself as an inventor, they were working on electrical measuring instruments like the first voltmeter, ammeter, and so on. So these people have really put a stamp on our industry. Those are the names that will be remembered forever in the history of the world. And they were IEEE members, and not so. I would go further than that. I would say they were IEEE Power and Energy Society members, because that's how IEEE began with power. Now, something else you may want to know is IEEE does not stand anymore for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. A couple of years ago, it was announced that IEEE is just IEEE, because it stands for more than just electrical and electronics engineers. But I do believe we have to keep our origins and heritage of this electrical engineering background for the IEEE close to our heart. So IEEE is IEEE today. It's not an acronym anymore. And also another interesting fact is that back in the days, the first technical committee meeting of American Institute of Electrical Engineers was the High Voltage Transmission Committee. And I'm a member of the Transmission and Distribution Committee of IEEE Power and Energy Society, which is really fantastic. So that committee was formed in 1903. That's amazing. That's 120 years ago. And back in 1891, very shortly after forming the IEEE, the standardization work began. So these are things, in my opinion, that inspire people to join. When somebody asks you, why should I join? Well, you can say, we were there at the beginning of electricity. The foundation of power systems was built on the IEEE efforts and members, and that's extremely important. That is extremely important. There is no other society, either organization like IEEE. And one interesting item here is on the right-hand side, you can see the IEEE logo. And if you observe the shape of it, and this is something I learned only recently, and I'm excited to share it with you if you haven't heard that before. I had no clue that the shape of the logo represents Benjamin Franklin's kite, representing discovery that lightning carried electricity. And that's so fantastic, because I think even today, the shape is the same. Obviously, the logo changed, and I'm going to show you at the next slide. Obviously, everybody is familiar with today's logo. So this picture here of the IEEE is actually a part of the IEEE Vancouver section IEEE monument, which we designed and built in celebration of the 100th birthday of our section. And it took many volunteers, many hours, and I would say several years for this to happen. And it really took a huge dedication from our membership. It was a huge honor for me to be the section chair in 2011 when we celebrated the 100 years, but it was also a very huge responsibility, because in Vancouver, IEEE section chair stays for only 1 year. So, and that 1 year was the year when we celebrated 100 years, and there was pressure to do a lot of things, and that was pressure created by ourselves. There was nobody else telling us, you must do this. We were basically gathered together and said, we have to do something, right? The next 100 years, we're not going to be around. So this is our opportunity, right? So this is a story of growing a volunteer organization to accomplish an impressive lineup of events and initiatives in only 1 year. Okay, I know many of you don't stay in your roles longer than 1 year, maybe 2 years. So with this presentation, hopefully you will learn that there is a lot you can do in that 1 year if you have your volunteer power behind you, if you can inspire people to join you, if you see the reason to become members of your chapter and help you put all of these events on. So the first thing I would like to talk about is the word involve. What does it mean? Involve means a person involved in some activity performs it because they were asked to. And this is what I guess would like to talk about today. When you're encouraging someone to become a volunteer or even a member, the first thing to do is to ask them, okay? And I will tell you what we accomplished in Vancouver by asking. So this is, you know, story about forming a Centennial Committee. So we formed it in January 2011 at the beginning of the year. And we were able to bring in 40 volunteers who help us out. And the volunteers ranged from students in their early years at universities to our life members, people who have been retired for a long time. And I will show you later on in one of the pictures, a picture of somebody who was close to 100 years old. Can you imagine that? Somebody at that age being so excited to be involved in Vancouver Section Centennial. Amazing. Anyways, so this is the list of all the people that we really needed to make this happen. And they came from all the walks of life. So they came from universities, they came from a utility like myself, from like telecommunication companies, really the big giants that we have here locally. We couldn't have done this without the support of the local industry. So this is one of the learnings I would like to pass on to you is involving the local industry to support your events. You will not always have enough funds to put on large events, but if you involve in industry and get some funding from there, you will be successful. All right, so far so good. You can still hear me. Hopefully I'm still on time. Okay, so the second word I would like to talk about is engage. A person engaged in some activity does it because they're truly interested in doing the work to achieve the desired result. So you bring the person in by involving them and asking them, can you please volunteer? Can you please become a member of IEEE PES? And I will tell you why, okay? And then the next step is to engage them, right? Now at this point, they need to be already willing to participate. So I will give you an example. So the way of us engaging the members was through a serious number of events. And again, sponsorship was extremely important in order for us to be able to put out these events. Some of the other initiatives we did was we compiled IEEE Vancouver historical records. So this is searching to 100 years worth of papers. Then we created a Centennial website. So we had to have a webmaster who, in addition to regular website, created a special website just for this event. We held a logo contest. So Vancouver section did not have a logo and prior to 2011, and we decided to engage our membership in a contest to come up with a new logo. What a fantastic way of involving and engaging your membership. Put up a contest of some kind and invite them to contribute. The same for the Centennial slogan. We asked the membership to help us with that. Another way of us involving and engaging our members was to create these events that they would want to attend. Okay, so we call it the Celebration Gala and annual general meeting with prominent speakers and history exhibition. And then we decided to also recognize members and leaders of IEEE Vancouver for the past 100 years. It's very important always to recognize. And then we held receptions at local universities. So this is a fantastic way of making that link between the section and the chapter and the student branch is by creating common events at these universities. In this case, we had project fairs, we had student poster contests, and we really asked the students to organize it, and we will come. And we did come, and the events were fantastic. Some of the other things, birthday celebration event. I will talk a lot about that a little bit more in a few more slides. How important that was to really energize the local membership to come out and join us in doing some important celebration and recognition of ourselves, really, and our predecessors. We also had a technical symposium, and probably one of the biggest and most memorable things was we built the monument that I showed you earlier, which was not a small undertaking. Another word I would like to talk about is excite. So excite means cause strong feelings of enthusiasm and eagerness in a person. So this is how you really, it's the next level after engaging, is to excite that person. So they want to contribute with all of what they have. And I know some of you are like that. You're energized, you're excited, and you want to do things. And all the volunteers associated with this event, I know how much effort it took to put it up. And thank you for that. So I know you're excited about being here today. And what excited our committee members, what excited our volunteers, what excited our members is the celebration event. It was held in a room with some presentations and speeches, and then we all walked towards the science world. So science world is a big display. It's a big museum in Vancouver. It's a public place hosting several thousands of people, mostly children and their parents, coming to you know, take a look at some science experiments and really get into science and engineering. And it's a fantastic and appropriate place to place an IEEE monument. So this is, at this point, we obviously the monument could not be done in a few months. It takes several years to construct it and get approvals to place it close to Science World. So this was just the beginning of it. We invited some distinguished guests. We invited people who were in our industry for many years, some of them 80, 90 years old. And here on the right-hand side, there is an old gentleman. Not sure if you can see my mouse. So he was the IEEE section chair from 1958. So he came to this event. He was very excited to be invited and to be a part of the celebration. We had a cake and we had the awards ceremony. We asked our members to provide input into what the future logo of IEEE Vancouver section should look like. And this is the result. On the left-hand side, you see the two submissions that were submitted by our members and combined. They were combined into the logo that we have today that will stay on for 100 years, maybe even longer than that. So that's very, very special. So again, involving your members in contests, in basically asking them to help you create something special that will last for a very long time, that will stay in their memory, is one of the ways of really involving and engaging and exciting your membership. All right. Another word I would like to talk about is empower. Give a person the authority, the freedom, and confidence to do something, okay? So you started with just asking somebody to help you. But now we come to empower, where the person has the authority and is given that leadership opportunity to create something with their own team, right? So you don't have to provide oversight anymore. That volunteer is already inspired. They've learned things and they're doing it. So one of the way we empowered our students is, hey, let us have these history searching events where we go through the papers, we eat pizza, we are having fun. We did it on a Saturday, and the students showed up, and we did a fantastic job in looking for old documents, copies of newsletters from early 1900s, and names of people who lived back then and who contributed to our section, and any description of important events, any chapter names, etc. So that was a fantastic way of really engaging and exciting and empowering our volunteers to contribute to this. And these events were organized by our student branches here in Vancouver. We held those centennial events at universities. So we handed out plaques to our student chapters and our student branch, recognizing that they've been around almost as long as 100 years. So Vancouver student branch chapter at the UBC was 80 years old at the time, which means this year they're actually celebrating 100 years. That's pretty amazing. So you can see that we made sure we recognize all the universities that we had in our local region that we could get to and organize these important events. So all of that was compiled into something we call the Centennial Booklet. So this was something that our members could take away with them, take it home and hold it for 100 years, because it talks about really the development of electric power systems in the area of Vancouver, when the first dam was built, when the first part of the city was electrified, and when we had lights and things like that, and we recognize those members. Another word I would like to talk about is shine. Shine, to be extremely good at an activity or a skill. So the way we decided to shine is to recognize, to award and recognize. Please don't forget, and please remember to recognize your volunteers, to make sure they get that piece of paper saying thank you. Plaque, anything you can afford will be hugely appreciated. And I can assure you that all of these recognized people who are extremely well known outside Vancouver as well, that they're keeping those recognitions dear to their heart, and they're hanging on their walls, and they're really proud of it. A few days ago, I was able to talk to Dr. Rabab Ward. She's the lady on the top of in the top picture, top left. And she told me she's a very famous professor at the University of British Columbia, not in power, but she was telling me how much this plaque meant to her 12 years later, right? So she will cherish it for the rest of her life, really. A technical symposium where we had important participants, professors, industry leaders talking about technical topics. We even had a distinguished lecturer from IEEE Power and Energy Society here visit us as well. And here you can, if you can see this, you can see the basically the agenda for the symposium and so on. And it was extremely well attended, and our members really appreciated it. And the last word I would like to talk about is celebrate, to express admiration and approval. And one of the ways how we celebrated is that we asked the City of Vancouver to proclaim the Electrical and Electronics Engineering Awareness Week. That was never done in the history, right? Great idea for you on this call in the future to think about how to get that acknowledgement from the general public that of the importance of electrical engineering and our profession and IEEE and Power and Energy Society. to development of the society, right? And so here the proclamation was issued by the mayor of the city of Vancouver. Pretty big deal, pretty big deal. We was very, very proud of that. And finally in 2013, our monument was all done in front of the science world. Here's the actual artist, a sculptor who worked on it. He's just installing it. And this was the celebration event where we unveiled it to really acknowledge that 100 years. And this monument on IEEE Day, every year, the membership of IEEE Vancouver section gathers around this monument. They go into the science world, they have a reception, they reconnect, they chat with each other, they come out to the monument, they take a picture, and this monument is going to be here, stay here for 100 years, and Vancouver section will be celebrating IEEE Day with it. Another important thing to me was just acknowledgement by the public, because every little child and their parents, when they go to the science world, they will pass by this monument, and some of them will stop and they will read the dedication that says how much impact electrical engineering and us as power and energy professionals had on our society. In conclusion, this is the end of my presentation. Want to repeat these words that involve, engage, excite, empower, shine, and celebrate. Down at the bottom, if these slides will be shared at some point, there is a link to the video that shows you how we did the celebration event, so you can watch it on your own time, or you don't have to. So this is all I have for today. I'll be happy to answer any questions if there are any. And again, thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, Ms. Sana. So now if you have any queries, you can put it in the chat box. Okay, fine. So thank you so much, Masana. We are extremely grateful for having you with us today.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you. To conclude this day, we will hear a closing remark from Rishikant Thakur, Chair of the IEEE R10 PES Student Chapter Committee. And soon after that, we will be having a photo session. So please don't leave the meeting. So I now welcome Mr. Rishikant Thakur for the same. Rishi, please.
Thank you so much, Siddhi. Thank you so much, Mazana, for your nice presentation, and I congratulate you for IEEE for being the role of IEEE as secretary. And thank you so much for your nice presentations and for being us as the advisor of IEEE as Student Chapter Committee. Coming back to the concluding remark, today we have done 7 sessions from last 4 hours, from 5 p.m. IST to 9 p.m. IST. We have a lot of good speakers, including Renu, Kazi, then a few more, including Mazana. And also we got a wonderful response from all the attendees. They are staying with us from last 4 hours, and I hope like you guys had really enjoyed a lot, and there are a lot of information circulated to and fro, and hope you have noted down all the things that is required for you. And along with that, stay with us over our LinkedIn handles, over our website, over our WhatsApp groups, and our Insta page to get the updates in real time from PES Student Chapter Committee. And for today's session, it's all done. We have a group photo followed by this, and I request to stay a little bit more for next 5 minutes. And tomorrow we have again nice series of sessions from the same time, and I hope like you guys will be there. And tomorrow sessions are also very informative for you guys. So for now, for a group photo, I request you all to please switch on your camera and with the same background if possible. If you do not have, no need to worry about, but please switch on the camera, and we have a group photo for take one. Thank you so much. Please switch on your camera. Thank you so much. Others, please also switch on your camera. I request from my team, please take photos, more than one. Okay, thank you so much. Over to you, Siddhi.
Thank you, Rishi. Now so thank you so much to all our participants for joining us today. We hope you guys had a great session and received all the valuable information needed being an office bearer. We hope to see you soon tomorrow. Till then, signing off.
One.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, attendees.
Bye.
Bye. Stay tuned with us tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, everyone.